My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to break down the entire UFC 323 fight card, giving you our picks, our predictions, our bets, and our DraftKings Fantasy Plays.
Test.
Why are we testing our microphones in the middle of the intro?
No, I'm testing. Look at this bad boy. Test.
Look at that, huh? Well, those lights are on fire, and so were the bets at the last event. Let's rewind a little bit. We had a week off. We didn't break down fights. Well, I did with the early breakdowns on Sunday, but Jacob and I didn't do it together. So here's a reminder of where we're coming from. We are coming from UFC Qatar, which had some spectacular bets, almost 7 units of net profit, a 38% ROI across the board. Jacob has been crushing it. Bet Sam's Slam of the Week is the new beacon of stability. It is the most stable bet I have ever seen. His streak is almost surpassing mine. He is at 9 in a row. I had 10 in a row last year. If he gets to 10 in a row, he is the all-time stable king. And if we want to continue this success into UFC 323,
and you can talk about the stream, Bubba.
Go ahead, talk about it. I didn't watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to jinx it. Go ahead.
You have me on your TV 24/7.
I have you
makes
on.
Me stream I FaceTime my whole day. He just sits there and watches me.
I turned him into a Kick live streamer, but it's only to me.
And he donates well. I mean, he donates well. First of all, shout out to our new sponsor, Celsius. If you need a little pick-me-up, grab me a Celsius. We're not sponsored by them, but I accidentally grabbed a fizz-free one.
Ugh. It's just juice with a weird aftertaste.
Yeah, it's just flat. It just tastes like a flat Celsius.
Yeah, dude. The bubbles are what make it bearable. All those energy drinks actually taste like shit, and the bubbles are the only thing that gets.
I mean, these
Celsius
actually taste good. Oh yeah,
that's
a great flavor, but
peach. Tiffany doesn't drink coffee, so she'll do Celsius, but she switched from Celsius to Spark, the powder. So I don't know, but she did that.
And let me just make, hey guys. First of all, like the stream if you haven't already. UFC 3, 2, 3. We're gonna stay after it, right? We've been hot. Last stream, we won we had over $5,000 in winning bets. I had $3K in my account when the stream started. We finished with almost $8,000 in the fucking account. I want to thank you guys so much for all the streams. We will probably be streaming this. I mean, we're not gonna stop the train now. Coming off the greatest live stream of all time. We're probably gonna be streaming this Saturday. So subscribe if you're new so you don't miss that. Like this stream. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to become a premium member. I'm not going to give you the same bells and whistles sale pitch that Angelo's going to give you time in and time out reading a stupid fucking script. I'm coming to you because I got a fucking issue, okay? I got a real big fucking issue right before Christmas, and I need your help. I need you to become a premium member here today because, guys, I thought I was doing something real special for a special someone. The love of my life. I went out and I said, what can I get her for Christmas that's really going to blow her fucking mind? She's a big fan of Matt Rife. I don't really get it. Seems like an okay guy. He's been on Kill Tony and he was funny, but you know what? She likes Matt Rife. I like Matt Rife. So I went out a couple weeks ago and I said, boom, Matt Rife going to be in Fort Worth in December. Easy peasy. We'll get it right next to the stage. Maybe I'll get a little back and forth with Matt. Really set him the fuck straight. She calls me today. Hey, when's the Matt Rife thing? I said, I think it's the 19th, maybe the 12th. Let me check the tickets. I checked the tickets. I say, wait a second. December 12th is Saturday. I can't do a fucking Saturday. What's going on with this? December 12th, 2026 is when I bought these fucking tickets, guys, and I can't refund them. Guys, you gotta help me out with the premium memberships here. I can't. They won't give me. Ticketmaster literally told me, hey, when you click buy the tickets in bold letters, it says all sales final. So I spent $800 on these goddamn Matt Rife fucking tickets for 2026 that I can't even resell them. Ticketmaster won't let me fucking resell them because it's not close enough to the date. I can't fucking refund them. I'm just sitting on them. Please, guys, for the love of God, if nothing's happened, if you're considering becoming a premium member, the kids won't eat for Christmas if you don't. That's my pitch to you. I got fucking Matt Rife tickets for December 2026. I didn't know you could even do that.
The comedians do their tours way early. Which
we got fucking in the 90s, prime, late 90s. We got Backstreet Boys concert tickets for Christmas for an April concert. In my mind, that seems like, okay, yeah, I mean, they're extremely popular about 6 months in advance. A year for Matt fucking Rife? Who the fuck is a Matt fucking Rife?
Listen, that does stink. That does stink. So, yeah, if you guys want to help your boy out.
You know what they told me, too? They said, oh, but there is a transfer button if you just want to transfer them to a friend or family member.
Yeah, no thanks. They were $800. Yeah. I'd rather stand outside and sell them than transfer to somebody for free.
So, I don't know what the UFC card looks like, but hopefully there's not a card December 12th, 2026.
There might be. That might be the last card of the year.
I know.
Because it's always basically that weekend for the last card of the year.
And I told her straight up, well, you can't leave me for a year. I got these tickets for you.
You're locked in. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I mean, hey, that's more, like your version
Matt
of getting
Rife
pregnant.
ticket is more important than we had it like a fucking kid or a puppy together. Like, fuck the kid. I got $800 for this fucking...
Yeah,
that kid only costs a couple fucking margaritas.
Well, if you hit your max out of pocket for your insurance,
that went over your head.
Kid doesn't cost much.
That went over your head. It's fine.
No, because you got her drunk and then you had sex with her and got her pregnant.
Consensually.
Well,
it's always make sure you have consent. It's very important.
Well, if you guys want to consent to the greatest offering in this space and help your boy out, go to WeWantPicks.
It's only $5 an event for the next 2 events.
It is, but there's no reason to minimize it to the next 2 events because we have UFC 324 bets on the board already. We're also having the tools updated to accommodate UFC 324. If you go to the website and you check out the tools, you have all the picks, all the bets, the round line leans, all this shit, including the tools. The data analyzer, if it's not loaded this minute, it will be loaded by the time the stream is over with UFC 324 and 325. As these fights get announced, they are getting added to the tools so you can jump into your research, do your tape study, do the data analyzation, then jump over to the line movement tracker, see what the odds are, and go ahead and place your bets. All of it is ready to go. There is no such thing as downtime or time off. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. It's freaking $10. Get yourself ready for not only these next 2 cards, this one is spectacular, but the future as well. You'll unlock all the picks, all the bets. You'll get the tools like the data analyzer, the fight simulator, which simulates fights, the optimizer, which builds DraftKings and FanDuel fantasy lineups for you, the line movement tracker, which, according to Enema, the line movement tracker on premium definitely makes you want to get bets in early. Sadykhov, Terrance, Bogdan are popular underdogs that may possibly flip.
Have you
$5 super chat? Thank you for that.
Thank you, Enema, for that $5. And I hate interrupting these health bitches, Angelo.
Yeah.
But I think this one is pretty important. Do you have a colonoscopy scheduled?
No, I do not. Why would I?
It's not.
No, because his name is Enema.
No, I mean that's what just reminded me. I just worry about your usually around your age is when they start doing that.
That's a 45-year-old thing. I got plenty of time.
You said plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Many years. Not only do you get the line movement tracker, we have a prop hunter, curated set of data specifically designed to help you find prop bets, a tape index so you can get ahead, do that tape study. This will be updated along the way. For now, the fights continue to exist where they did exist, so the tape index is good to go. But as they move over, as they make the jump to Paramount, so may the fight library. The fight library may go somewhere else, and we'll get you covered. The tape index will be updated. It will account for everything. You can check everything out right now. It's only freaking $10. Here are all the fight cards that have been announced, and here we have bets for basically all of them. We have bets for this card, bets for the next card, bets for UFC 324. The tools are loaded for UFC 324. There is no such thing as downtime. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 for an entire month's worth of access. Couple of super chatterinos. $4.99 from Anvi. He's saying, Jacob, Angelo said yes. Anvi sent me a DM. Would you be down to do a StreamYard interview for my podcast during the break? I can't DM you because you still have me blocked. Thank you for the super chat.
This dude, hold on, put that
Put it back.
Put it back up.
I got to find it now. Here we go.
So right here, he is either really has to pee, like you're doing the pee dance, or he is about to throw a nasty fucking curveball.
He does
He's trying to really, I mean, he's pulling that thing. It's like a Tim Lincecum fucking set up there. He's about to fucking launch something.
He's a big motherfucker, too. I met him at UFC 317. He's like inch taller than I am, wider. Not like fat, though, just like big dude.
So he's a solid 6 foot.
He's right there, right on the line. So are you willing to do his podcast? I didn't even ask him what it was about. I just said yes because he's a cool dude and he supports us. But
yeah, what's it about?
I don't know. It might be like modern gays or something, and then all of a sudden we're on the show accounting for your lifestyle, and I'm not necessarily prepared to speak to that.
I'm not prepared to throw the LBGTQFRXYZ under the bus just yet. We have a lot of fun. There's a lot of those.
I bet you
half my fucking Saturday stream is members of the LGBT community. I tell you that. I guarantee you that. The way they're talking to me, helicopter dick, take it out, shake it for us, lift the shirt up. Let's see it. You won't. Half the fucking stream Saturday. So you just sit here.
You won't.
Yeah. For you to sit here and bash my people like that, I'm not gonna say it.
You won't. And then
the regional Asians.
$1.99 from Stephen Kerr, the basketball player. Jacob, will you interrupt Angelo with a 6'7"?
What's Steve Kerr's employment status right now?
He was a head coach. Is he a high school basketball coach or a college basketball coach?
Nailed it. College.
Nice.
You know what college?
Go Sports. Indiana?
No. One more guess. Think popular.
Really? For basketball?
Yeah.
Like Duke or North Carolina or some shit?
There you go. You got it.
Really?
Yep. North Carolina.
Hey, look at me putting sports together.
There you go. Steve Kerr, head coach in North Carolina.
Look at me putting sports together, man. Yeah. I was at the Cowboys game. I knew what was going on. I was clapping when you're supposed to clap. I had a sweet jersey on.
That was a bitchin' jersey, man. Yeah.
It was a cool jersey.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was awesome. There's one of those like camouflage alternative ones. Those are the cool ones.
It's not alternative. They do like a collab with the armed
forces.
Yeah,
they don't ever wear those, but it's super cool anyway.
It was cool. Do you know what a ripoff that thing was? Thank God for 30% off Black Friday sale.
What are they, $185?
Yes. That's obscene.
On the dot? Did I get it on the dot?
Yeah, it was 185 or 195. I think it was 85 and the jacket is 95. It's absurd. But I had a CD Lamb jersey on.
You could just not wear a shirt at all and just paint yourself. That's what a lot of people do.
I don't know if it's an indoor stadium. They do encourage clothing. It's the shirt shoes rules apply for indoors.
Yeah, it is a little bit of stolen valor, but we'll let it soldier alert. We'll let it slide, I guess.
$4.99 from Envy again. No, I just want to talk UFC with the boys and get to know y'all for the supporters. What kind of viewership we talking, Envy? And also, is this live? Thank you.
There better be a couple zeros in that fucking
for
offer.
The super chat.
A couple commas, not zeros.
Luke Fernandez, 8152. Do you think there's a world where McKinney gets the title? The UFC title? No, because he's just not durable enough and he doesn't have the cardio. But if you just took his skills, his actual skills and his danger and his explosiveness and put it in somebody's body that had a chin and cardio, then yes. Skill for skill, he's fantastic. Why is that racist?
Great athlete, right? Is that what you're going to say?
He's got power, speed. He's got great wrestling techniques, great jiu-jitsu techniques. He ties it together really, really well. He's just chinny.
Can we break down these fights? Oh, I guess we started a half hour early, so we got a half hour to burn.
No, that's not how this works. Let's go ahead and break it down. But before I do, you guys sent me a recipe for the last event, and I cooked it, and it was pretty damn good. And now I'm all about the recipe. Send the recipes. I'm going to make a cookbook. We're going to make a cookbook with your recipes. These are aspirations. If you want to send a recipe, we got 2 more vlogs to go this year. We have the UFC 323 vlog, and then I do a Christmas, like a holiday vlog. I'll cook some shit for my neighbor's Christmas party. Send a recipe. I'm always thinking of ideas for when people come over for fights, what to make.
I didn't realize you were having a party.
I'm not having a party. The neighbor's party, I said.
I'm sure you could have got a +1.
I got a +3. And it's 2 little and a big.
What's the difference between 3 and 4? You know,
also I invited you.
I have
I invited you over for.
Both my parents were killed in Vietnam, and I don't really have.
You're lucky you said Vietnam and not like a car accident or something that you just willed into the universe.
Well, one of them has been in quite the car accident.
They're gonna be macheted.
What's
by a
the
Vietnamese
chances of it happening
in
twice?
their sleep.
You know what I mean? There's no way it happens twice. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just typically alone for the holidays, and
I invited you over.
I know your neighbors. I mean, I thought I was friends with them.
And I'll have him text you right now. Not that neighbor, not the one you're thinking of, a different one. But I'll have him text you right now.
But I want to make sure there's some meaning. I want some effort, not just a hey, we're personalized.
He'll do a whole dog and pony
maybe
show.
Maybe a video.
Sure.
I don't know.
All right, I'll have him do a video.
I'm not going, but it would be nice to hear it.
It's nice to say.
Yeah,
that.
I just please have him put forth pretty good effort. It's
because I invited you to our Thanksgiving. You turned that down. And then you just flat fucking ignored me when I was like, hey, I'm around the corner from your house at this cool new brewery. Come over and stay. You weren't doing shit. What were you doing Sunday afternoon? You weren't doing shit.
You ever heard of an afternoon delight, Angelo?
No. What is it?
To, put it in the oven for about 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? Okay. That thing comes out hot.
Kid baked bread. Opening up the UFC 323 fight card, we have Muhammad Naimov taking on Mairon Santos. Muhammad Naimov 13-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is on a nice little 2-fight win streak, taking on Mairon Santos, 16-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is on a 4-fight win streak. Muhammad Naimov, as we all know, pretty well-rounded guy. He will strike for the most part, but he's got the wrestling if he needs it. He's going to come forward. He will throw in combinations. He's going to close that distance, try to get you to the ground. He's tough. He's durable. He's well-rounded. He does have wins at this level, and he is not dangerous at all. Like, at all. He doesn't even try to finish fights. He doesn't care. He's just trying to get through the 15 minutes. He's got the cardio and the skills to do it, but if he's behind on rounds, there's no catching up. He literally needs to win the rounds because he's just trying to outpoint you on the feet or control you on the ground. He is coming off that decision win over Bogdan Grad. He's taking on Mairon Santos, big, powerful striker. He's got good takedown defense, lots of patience. He's not just flailing about. He'll defend the takedowns and then find his shots. He throws with incredible power. On his feet, he does a really good job letting his hands go when he needs to, and he keeps a nice wide base. If he does not find a stoppage, he keeps his composure, and he continues moving forward with his game plan. He just beat Sadiq Youssef. Muhammad Naimov is good, and I think he's better than these odds. To have him as a 2-1 dog, and the odds
I think you're just jealous of his fucking chest hair, buddy.
I have no chest hair. I am jealous. Because I would like the option for chest hair. Let me cut it. At least
that's pretty. That's like probably the best chest hair you could ask for.
Because it's not too much. It's even.
Not great. It's just like right there. And if you shaved it down, it wouldn't be like stubbles. I mean, it looks nice, and I mean, to run your fingers through that would be.
That's like a good. You wear a polo shirt and you leave the top 2 buttons undone.
Just a little bit. Your chain gets stuck in it a little bit.
Okay. That was too. Maybe Anvi's podcast is not a good idea. And I think Muhammad Naimov probably should be a little bit less of a dog. I don't quite think he's a 2-1 dog. Here he's durable. He's certainly capable. He's a good fighter, but I do think the takedown defense, the speed, the striking, it's just going to be too good on the Mairon side. So Mairon is the pick. I wish the odds were a little bit better. If you want to find some more value than -240, you could probably do Santos by decision. Naimov is tough. He's durable. And it's not like Santos is just knocking everybody's head clean off. So Santos is going to pick Santos by decision. Probably decent value there. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, I know a lot of people like Naimov. I like Naimov. He was a former lock of the week in that fight against, I think, Nathaniel Wood, where it was a little bit dicey there for a little bit. But I know a lot of people like Naimov in this matchup, and he probably is going to be somewhat live because Mairon Santos is a guy that will kind of take his time. He wants to counter strike. He'll be in there, take his time. And the way to win a fight versus Mairon Santos is you got to get in his face. You got to get in his face. You got to pressure. You have to avoid those counters while you're doing it. But Francis Marshall had that good game plan. And I know a lot of people thought that Francis Marshall got fucked in that fight. I rewatched that fight. I think if everyone goes and rewatches that fight, they'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess Santos did win that fight. Because there was some takedowns, but not really what was going on. And Santos was kind of landing the heavier shots. And I think that's what's going to happen and why the odds are what they are in this fight. Mairon Santos is the better striker. This should be a pretty much 98% of a striking matchup. You might have Naimov holding him against the fence a little bit, but those two Santos is pretty strong. He knows how to get those underhooks, circle people off. So while it could be a little bit close and tit for tat in the striking, Santos probably will have the bigger moments, and he's just the better striker. So it might be a little bit closer and people are comfortable with, like if you have Santos in a lot of parlays and stuff, but he should win a striking matchup versus Naimov, 9 out of 10 times, and you're getting minus 240 that. So I got to take Santos here. I respect Naimov. I like those Tajikistan guys. Tough as nails. If he pulls it off, not going to be crazy surprised, but Santos is the better striker, and it should be mostly striking. So,
is Santos by decision better odds? You have those up in front of you, Jamie?
You asked me these fucking betting questions every fucking week.
Usually
I don't get it. Why? I don't understand. You know the questions are coming. But here, let me what was your question, sir?
Santos by decision.
Santos by points is going to be plus 100, Angelo. Is that what you're going to play?
You know what, man? I don't typically do shit like that, and I did it on the last card, and it worked. And there's a couple of spots here where I think, there's another one I'm really debating. There's a few spots where to pick the specific outcome, I might come out of my little shell. All right, I'm a growing boy.
I'll tell you what, and they're putting in the chat right now.
Plus 100?
Saturday live stream. We did this one time and we hit it. I can't remember. I think it was a girl fight. I'm pretty sure we played. No, it was the. Oh my God, chat. Somebody tell me in the chat who we played. But we played randomly. Like, I think this goes to a split decision. Let's just play it. It's like plus 400, plus 500 or something like that. On stream for this fight, it's plus 500. We might play this by split. Just a little. First night usually it's a little bit weird. Vegas judging, sure. It's fucking.
I was gonna say Vegas is usually pretty solid though, but yeah, a split just means one judge thinks a little differently.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that.
Well, a lot of people think, split decision, it must be razor thin. It's like it honestly doesn't have to. Just one guy has to be kind of an idiot.
I still can't believe. I still cannot believe that we still have 3 fucking judges when the easiest fix in the world is to move from 3 judges to about 6, 7.
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Where's that stupid super chat? You got your money's worth. He snuck it in. $7,100 in DraftKings Fantasy to 91. I don't think there's a ton of value in that 91. I do not see Santos finishing the very durable Naimov, who actually has a backup plan if he needs it. So this likely goes to a decision. I don't know how well DraftKings Fantasy scores here, but if you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, not just for this card, not just for the next card, but also the UFC 324 event, we have bets on the board for that as well. It's freaking $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top.
Does BetOnline do splits? Split bets? Yeah,
I've seen split decisions.
You can do all the time. You can do Naimov wins by split plus 1,200. You can do Mairon Santos wins by split plus 850. You can get fucking horny on there.
BetOnline has the most amount of options and the earliest odds and earliest props. The only downside is you can't parlay prop bets. You can do round lines, but you can't.
Outs. People love cash outs. I'm not playing with that pussy shit. God bless you if you do it. Everyone's like, cash out, cash out. Yeah, if you have BetOnline, if you go to WeWantPicks.com/bets and do that whole thing, sign up for BetOnline with our affiliate link, and you were following along with me on Saturday with the affiliate link, you came out pretty well. So
there we go.
That's what I bet on, and you guys can go sign up and play these next 2 cards with me.
There it is. Yeah, it should be, and that's how I'm getting in 324 bets too. DraftKings has been pretty fast with some of them, but we'll see. Next up, at UFC 323, we have Mansur Abdul-Malik taking on Antonio Trocoli, the biggest, widest odds on this card. Mansur Abdul-Malik minus 1,200. He is 4-0-1 in his last 5. He is coming off that draw with Cody Brundage, technically undefeated in his career. He's taking on Antonio Trocoli, 15-5 in his career, 2-2-1 in his last 5. He's looking for his first UFC win. Mansur Abdul-Malik, Division I wrestler. He's got great takedowns, great power in his hands. He's fast. He's athletic. He's the type of guy that can move forward, get in your face, get after it. He can either strike with you, he can wrestle with you, he can mix it up pretty well. He may not be the killer we thought he was, though, because he just went to a draw with Cody Brundage. If you don't remember that fight, or if you saw it and don't remember what the hell happened afterwards, it was a very close fight in the first round and the second round. Mansur Abdul-Malik was didn't really lean into the wrestling. There was not really a ton of power there. It was kind of back and forth. Cody was showcasing his striking in the third round. Mansur Abdul-Malik, there was an accidental headbutt. That accidental headbutt
it seemed like it was on purpose to me. He knew he was losing the fight. He knew that he was going to lose that fucking fight. Cody withstood the nonsense. He came out and thought he was going to bully Cody. Cody withstood it, came right at him, and he wham! He panicked.
There you go. Well, there was the headbutt, and then that led to a finish. Then, while they were sort of in the corners cleaning up Cody, they looked at the replay. They said, oh, that was a headbutt that initiated this entire exchange. So they went to the scorecards. When they went to the scorecards, they gave that last round, obviously, to Mansur Abdul-Malik because he finished Cody despite it being a headbutt. So they still scored that round. Cody's team went to the commission and was like, dude, that's bullshit. You can't.
It literally is in the Georgia rule book. You can't score an incomplete round. And they did anyway.
And even if you can score an incomplete round, it's ridiculous to score that incomplete round. It's one thing if you got kicked in the nuts. It's like, well, wait, he headbutted me illegally, and then I got hit with 100 punches, and the ref stopped it, and you just want people to ignore that? And so anyway, the commission was like, you're right, we can't score the third round, only score the first and second, and the judges were split there, so it ended up being a draw. That's how that last fight went down. He's taking on Antonio Trocoli. He is Mackenzie Dern's ex. He's the crazy ex that Bobby Green was telling stories about. He's kind of a psychopath, but he's a big dude. He's tall. He's long.
But he's not even the one that's causing her all the issues.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh, he's not the baby daddy. That's
no. Right. So she's got
it's the baby daddy causing
type,
issues.
huh?
Yeah. Was she married to Trocoli?
That's a bit, by the way, that's a big, when I went to one of the Apex, I can't remember what it was. I saw Mackenzie there. I took a picture with her. I've showed on stream. My eyes are like half closed. I'm just fucking boning her out the pocket. But he was walking behind her. That dude's a big-ass motherfucker, dude.
He's
I was
huge.
like, holy
Yeah.
shit, he's fucking big. Like, I'm a big dude, but like...
Yeah, no, he's huge. And he doesn't look like he's got a ton of power, but he does have plenty of knockdowns, plenty of knockouts because of that length, because of the size. He can work in close into the clinch, get some trips, get some uchimanas, drag you to the ground as well. He is aggressive. If he gets you to the ground, he'll snatch up chokes, and he's got the long arms to support that. But he did just get guillotined by Treson Gore. He's not really finding his footing in the UFC, and he may not be a UFC-level guy. Mansur Abdul-Malik should be the better wrestler, certainly be the better striker, and as long as he actually pulls the trigger, Trocoli's somebody who can be knocked out. He's somebody who can be taken down. Mansur Abdul-Malik should win this fight, minus 1,200. No real surprise there. I'm not betting on it. What are you going to do with those odds? Add 30 cents to your parlay. Not necessarily worth it in a sport where anything can happen. So Abdul-Malik is the very clear, obvious pick, but I'm not doing anything with that. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I mean, this guy Trocoli's just playing fucking poker tournaments. I mean, I don't think he gives a shit anymore. Mansur, it's going to be up to Mansur. If he comes in and just kind of wants to, hit the over 1.5 and then knock this guy out, or if he just, I mean, it's going to come down to how Mansur wants to fight. If he wants to make a statement, he can just blitz this guy, throw a right hand, and just put this guy out. I mean, Trocoli's just going to fucking drop down, try not to take too much damage so we can get back to the fucking poker tables. But just going to come down to Mansur. I'm definitely, Saturday stream, we're going to play something like under 30 seconds, under a minute 30. That's all it should fucking take with the explosion that Mansur has. Trocoli's actually not terrible, but great. Doesn't really move his head, and he's just been playing fucking poker nonstop. So this is probably just a check for him for his next poker tournament, and Mansur should dominate.
Is he really just like on a poker tour right now?
Yeah, that's all he does is play poker.
Oh, that's funny. So yeah, well, there you go.
Look at his Instagram. There's zero training, but there's literally he just plays poker every week.
That's so funny. I didn't realize that. I don't do the Instagram dive. I only do that on brand new fighters when I have to get a good image for the graphics.
No, I look at everyone. I look at it all.
Yeah, the only times I'll genuinely check out an Instagram is if you've had an extended layoff or you haven't fought in the UFC yet. Outside of that, like, I don't need to go see Mansur.
Oh, I need to see because Instagram. I saw those pictures of Manuel Torres too, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell is going on here?
I mean, that is true. You do eliminate the surprises when he steps on the scale all soft. I mean,
I'll show it right now. Hold on, we haven't got there. I'll re-show it, but this is why you check the Instagram. Here's everyone knows Manuel Torres just fucking shredded, cut up. It's hard to look right now, but you can tell where he is right now. And then here was his Instagram like 6 weeks ago. He looks like he's fucking 195 pounds and hasn't fucking been. So he looks fine now at fight week, but I saw that and I was like, what? Like,
he's like Patty Pimblett.
Like there's no muscle definition anywhere in his arm and his shoulder.
Yeah, he looks like a dad that's taken up kickboxing.
Yeah. Compared to just fucking, absolutely just fucking diced. Shredded. Like this is.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah, that's quite the difference. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, if you want to see what we got going on already for UFC 324, if you want to check out the 22+ units of bets on the board right now, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It's 10 measly doll hairs. Next up, at UFC 323, we have Ibo Aslan taking on Iwo Baraniewski. This is the only UFC debut on the card. Iwo Baraniewski undefeated, 6-0 in his career, making his UFC debut, taking on Ibo Aslan, 14-3 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on an unfortunate 2-fight skid, and these odds are continuing to widen. Ibo Aslan's a very heavy-handed guy. Every single thing he throws is with 100% intent. He can knock you out with half power. He can knock you out with a hook. He will come forward. He will bomb away. He's not really looking to wrestle. There might be the occasional takedown or body lock that he sneaks in there, but that's not really his plan. He is coming off that decision loss to Billy Elikana, where they basically stared at each other for 15 full minutes, and Billy won the staring contest. Taking on Iwo Baraniewski, UFC debut, very exciting guy, very well-rounded guy. On the feet, he does have that Polish power. He's got big lunging right hands. His shots are well-timed into takedowns. And then on the ground, he's going to start blasting away. He will look for finishes. He's very active. He can fight anywhere. He is pretty young in his career, and outside of cleaning up techniques, there's not like a gap, right? You watch regional tape, a lot of these UFC debuts, and it's like, oh, he can strike. I don't know about the takedowns, or vice versa. You go through his fights and you're seeing beautiful striking. You're seeing well-timed takedowns. You're seeing him do submissions. You're seeing him do ground and pound. He's a well-rounded guy. That is how he's ended up being the favorite here as a UFC debut, and the lines are continuing to widen. Ibo looks the part. He's jacked. He bombs away. I know. My tongue is swollen. He's jacked. He bombs away.
What?
I bit the side of my tongue real fucking bad yesterday, and now it's like swollen.
Bet.
Ibo's dangerous. If he clips the UFC debut kid, not the craziest thing in the world, but he's also beatable. He slows down and swinging from the hips. Probably just going to create the opportunity for Iwo to go ahead and duck under that, shoot a takedown. So Iwo's the pick, and I got a bet on him at minus 140 long before these odds did what they're doing right now. Jacob, what do you think?
I know exactly what's going to happen in this fight, and I hope it doesn't happen for other people's sake.
All right.
And I can't make my pick based on this prediction because it's not, Iwo should win this fight. Okay, he's got wrestling. Just take the guy down. But when you got this kid coming in, UFC debut, big moment, big card, here's what's going to happen. Ibo's going to come forward, smack, eat a right hand. Iwo's going to get excited. Oh, yeah, knockout time. Here we go. Highlight time. Contender series, he do a nice right hand. Oh, this is going to be easy. I'm going to knock this guy out. This guy Ibo's kind of got a black fucking head, man. This guy can eat some fucking shots. And what he does better than, I don't want to say better than anybody, but his biggest attribute, and I don't even know if it's an attribute, but the one thing that he does the most is he matches energy. If he thinks he lands a shot, or he thinks you landed a shot on him, he is gonna come fucking swinging at your fucking head. And what you don't want to have happen is, if you bet on Iwo, is for him to land a shot and then get into a firefight with this guy Ibo, because you don't want to match chin for chin and power for power and Ibo moving downhill, because once he's got you hurt, he is going to be all fucking over you until he kills himself to try and get you out of that fight. So I know the last fight was like just fucking stand and watch, but I think that was more on the Bill. He kind of got lulled into that fight with Billy, and then it's hard to kind of get in that fight. It's hard. He's been talking a lot. Again, Instagram deep dive. He's been talking. I'm going to make it up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And if this kid comes in, lands a nice, decent shot, and just starts swinging and trading with Ibo, I mean, that's obviously a 50-50 fight at that point. So if you're Iwo, you come in, get an early takedown, see what he's got on the ground. You might be able to just finish him there. He doesn't have a lot to offer off his back. This kid comes in off, and I'm not saying he can't knock out Ibo, because he's got big, fast power. But that's the last thing you want to do is stand and just fucking trade with this guy. Iwo is the better fighter. But if he comes in and gets fucking knocked out trying to go tit for tat with Ibo, I'm not going to be crazy surprised. He's just a boy. He's just a boy, you know? And I got yelled at one time. So I was talking about somebody on Twitter, and I said he's just somebody like this kid or whatever. And somebody's like, how can you call him a kid? He's fucking 29 years old. It's like, that's a kid. I'm old enough now. That's a kid to me.
Dude, people are the worst. Somebody was like, so I film with Josh on his channel every now and then. Now that Big John went back to reffing. And initially, they hate my guts. Like, that audience did not. They're starting to warm up to me, but they did not like me. And I literally was like, what is the problem? Like, what is the issue? And somebody was like, you're disrespectful to the fighters. I'm disrespectful to the fighters because I'm like, this guy's takedown defense sucks. Relax. What are we doing? Settle down. Holy shit. So you've never sat on the couch and watched an NFL game and bitched about somebody making a kick return? Get the fuck. Stop it.
Well, they don't really do, Angelo, they don't really do kick returns anymore. Come on. Of everything you could have said.
You never bitched about a coach's choice to go for the extra two instead of just taking the easy one, or kicking a field goal?
You know, extra points are from like the 30-yard line now. The Colts literally lost their last game because of a mixed extra point, Angelo. They're not free points anymore. Try again.
So you've never sat on the couch and bitched because you're a Giants fan and the kicker dug a hole with his foot instead of actually kicking the ball?
Angelo, the ball slipped. He was going to miss the kick anyway. It could have been blocked and returned for a touchdown, so he bailed on the kick.
That was literally my entire Twitter feed last night, was this poor dude, one of the only Chinese players in the NFL, too, or Asian players.
What's that got?
Because it very quickly, people were like, well, and then I saw on Wake Up Barstool this morning, Che is Asian, and Che was ranking all the
regional Asians, which
he was
which Asia is the best kicker? We don't know.
Well, it's
one,
him.
And he failed.
Statistically speaking, it's actually him. He just duffed because that didn't go against his stats because he didn't make contact with the ball. Wasn't a kick.
Yeah, there was a bet that somebody had that was just like total field goals attempted in a game, and they missed it because it wasn't technically an attempted field goal.
Yeah, because the foot doesn't make contact with the ball. Nothing happened. It's a trick play. Like, what did happen? Did they just pick the ball up and run? Like, what did happen?
Yeah,
I only saw the clip of
try to just fucking not get killed.
Is that what he did? Is that literally what happened in that play?
Smear the queer at that point.
So who did it? The dude setting the ball, like holding on the thing, was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he has to pick the ball up, and usually you yell. There's like a yell like scramble, scramble. They have a term to where people can go out for like a couple people can go out for a pass. Like if there is a botch snap, you're supposed to yell something, and people can go out and you can try to throw them the ball, but I don't think they even had that plan.
Nobody had any idea what was going on. Anyway, way off topic, but yeah, he is a kid, and you can criticize.
Not from China. He's from Korea.
You can criticize
good Korean,
fighters.
by the way. We love South Korea. Little rocket man up in North Korea. By the way, he invited me to his house. I don't know. Apparently never been done before. I shook his hand. Little hands, by the way. They say I have little hands. The Rocket Man. It has little tiny hands. How can you even press the button for the Rockets? We don't know.
You do nail Rocket Man there with that voice. Congratulations. If you guys want to head out to the website, check it all out. We got picks, we got bets, we got tools, and we got it all for freaking $10. You cheap boys. $1.99 super chat from Korean Murderer saying coup from the Giants is Korean. Yeah, my bad.
Murderer sent that too, man. That's pissed off.
My bad, guy. My bad. I said Stephen Che on Wake Up Barstool this morning ranked Asian NFL players and was like, he's the best Asian player, statistically speaking, because that wasn't a kick. Didn't go against his stats. So he's kicking for like 90% or something like that. So
when was the Korean War, by the way? Wasn't it 1967?
Jesus, dude. Twice you squeezed that in there? Well done. Well done. That was a good reference, too. Let's see if that actually was the year. That was a great reference.
No, 50, 53.
Yeah. Well, terrible reference. Next up, at UFC 323, we have Edson Barboza taking on Jalin Turner. Edson Barboza, 24-13 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, riding a 2-fight skid, taking on Jalin Turner, 14-9 in his career, 1-4 in his last 5. He is coming back after a very short retirement. Edson Barboza, if you have been watching this sport for any decent length of time, you know exactly who he is and how good he is. This guy's a walking highlight reel of knockouts, of submissions. He can literally do anything from anywhere inside the octagon. He was doing spinning back heel kick knockout highlights 15 years ago. And yet here he still is competing at a high level. He's starting to lose a step or two, but he is still an unbelievably skilled guy. The comparison I always make is he is essentially Charles Oliveira, but never quite got to the belt. He's great on the feet, very technical. He's got great submissions on the ground. He's got great wrestling if he needs it. He just never quite.
Well, you know why, Angelo?
Why?
He has, I put this out on Twitter, he has 11 losses in the UFC in the last 10 years. Do you know what his opponent's win rate percentage is out of 100?
No, but he's only losing to good people.
Dude, their combined record, listen to this, everyone. The combined record of Edson Barboza's last 11 losses, and this is going into the fight, right? 159-19 is their all combined record going into that fight. 89%, 159-19.
That is crazy.
Of their records going in to fight Edson. That's the competition he's losing. That's crazy.
Dude, so if he loses to Jalin Turner, he almost doubles the losses of that record. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Record-wise, it quite literally, if he lost to him, it would be the worst person he's ever lost to by far. Record-wise. Obviously, Jalen's good.
Yeah. And he's taking on Jalin Turner, 14-9 in his career. So not quite the cleanest record, and he's hit some stumbles recently, which is why he literally retired. He lost his last fight. He got caught. I don't want to say caught, but he got subbed by Ignacio Bahamondes, took his ball, and went home. He literally was like, I can't win anymore. I quit. I can't do this. I hate it. And now here he is. He's back. So I'm going to assume that he's mentally where he needs to be and just break him down for his skills. He's a good boxer. He's stupid long for this weight class at 6'3". He can snatch up submissions everywhere.
How tall
In fact,
is he?
6'3". Why?
I mean, that's, 2 inches there, huh?
Here we go. Yeah, that's way more than 2, dude. That's like 4.5.
What?
And you got a hat on. That's not 2 inches. Look, your eyes are at his chin.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
That dude, I guarantee that dude is fucking 100%. He's 6'7" or 6'8".
yeah, I bet he
There
is.
is not there. I mean, cool guy. He's really cool.
He seems cool, and he's a very, very good fighter. That's why when he retired, I sat in this chair, I did the recap video, and I was like, he should not be retiring. You are still stupid young. He's like 20. Like, you are young. What are you doing? You should not be retiring here. And yet he did. He's headed out. He left, and now he's back. I don't know why he's back. I don't know if he's like, yeah, my bad, guys. I got in my feels.
He found his path. He left. He found Jesus. He found Christ, and he prayed on it.
Is he a born again?
Angelo, I don't want to get in people's personal life like that, but he's been open and honest about finding religion and finding that part of his life, and he felt like he really has some unfinished business, and after he kind of visited that part of his life, he came back, and now he feels like he's in a great spot, and this is what he's supposed to, because I think when he stepped away, he said, like, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else, and then time away, all the, stuff going on, so I realized, actually, you know what? I think this is it. So he's refreshed and feels good.
And I would agree with that. He is a very good, skilled fighter. His losses are quality losses. Getting snatched up by Ignacio Bahamondes, who is just as tall, long, and skinny, is just something that's going to happen every now and then. So, fight-wise, Jalin Turner's very good. Mentally, hopefully he's got it together. Sounds like he may. And if he does have it mentally together, then he's the clear pick here, because I think his length is an issue. I think his speed can be an issue. He can manage range. Edson Barboza is losing a step here. That eye gets droopier. He's starting to slow down. The cardio is not quite what it used to be, so he can't really set an incredible pace. He's not going to be able to take down Jalin Turner, and he's not going to be able to hang out at range, so he's going to have to get into the pocket and fight dirty. I'm going to lean Turner here. I'm going to pick Turner here, but I can't pick a guy who's coming back after a 6-month retirement. I can't bet on a guy who's coming back after a 6-month retirement. I can't do that. Edson Barboza is very, very good. I'm going to pick Jalin, but I'm going to avoid this fight. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, this is kind of one of those situations I talk about. I feel like it's a couple times a week, week in and week out at this point. Sometimes you don't have to bet everything, right? And there's going to be people that are just loaded up on Jalin. There's people that are going to be having the parlays and stuff like that. And if he comes out and he looks like Jalin, great. But there's nothing wrong with just kind of waiting and seeing to see what he comes back into his last fight or into his next fight, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, Edson's washed, he's not the same anymore. And I'll be honest, he didn't look great into that fight. I think some of it had to do with that eye, right? I don't think
it's getting worse. It's literally getting worse.
I was on his Instagram. I was about to say I was on his Instagram. It looks like it's not an issue anymore. He doesn't seem like he has any issue with his eye, his droopy eye, anymore on the Instagram. So it's getting worse. But it seemed like it definitely
between
was
his last couple of fights.
Yeah, it seemed like it was definitely bothering him in his last fight, and that was a winnable fight. I mean, he just kind of gets him off the cage a little bit, then he wins that fight, and then I think people are talking a little bit different tune. 2 fights ago, in both these guys' fights. And listen, I don't want to make a big case here. I'm just, sometimes I like to flash warnings at people. And I'm going to do it in this fight because I like Jalin Turner. I'm picking Jalin Turner. I'm not betting him at this point. There's 2 things. One is the calf kicks. I know I made a Twitter post that went kind of viral talking about Joe Rogan can't wait to talk about the Edson Barboza calf kicks. I told you guys in that fucking Randy Brown and Bonfim fight, I said those calf kicks could make a fucking difference. And that's the whole reason why I switched off Randy Brown into fucking Bonfim. Now, this fight is a little bit different, but it only takes a couple calf kicks sometimes. This guy Barboza throws some fucking calf kicks, and Jalin Turner's got the Randy Brown fucking skinny legs. Second thing is people will talk about the wash. To get back to my original point. 2 fights ago for both these fighters, Edson Barboza was in a 5-round main event versus Sadiq Youssef, went all 5 rounds. Obviously, he was getting beat up a little bit, but that was against a really high-level prospect. Sadiq, 5 rounds, it is what it is. Jalin Turner, 2 fights ago, gave fucking Moicano his first TKO win in his entire career. Now, I understand the dynamics of it. He thought he won and this and that. But we're talking about when everyone's like, oh, Edson's washed. It's like 2 fights ago, Jalin Turner was just curled up in a ball and got Moicano's first TKO win in his entire fucking career. So I get it. Jalen's the better fighter here. He's got all the tools. I hope he wins. I hope he becomes what he can become because I'm a big Jalin Turner fan. He is my pick. I'm just going to be the guy that warns you a little bit to be like, you don't have to fucking just force bets on Jalin just because, because you never really know. He might come in, get 1 round into the fight and be like, oh, fuck, actually, you know what? Fuck this, I don't know. You just don't know, so.
Yeah, I agree with you. You don't have to bet on every fight, but oddly enough, I did bet on this fight. I did not bet on Jalin or Edson. I was surprised to see a 1.5 round line. I bet the over on that round line, and it's plus 100. I was surprised to see that. I don't know why it's a 1.5 round line.
A lot of people think Jalen's just going to fucking run through this guy. And it could be. If he just fucking...
Edson's tough, though. Who's run through Edson Barboza?
He was getting hit a lot by Jakar Close. And, if Jalen's landing some of that stuff...
But that was... All right, so here's his last couple of fights. The last time he was finished was Giga Chikadze in the 3rd round in 2021.
I know,
Before
but Jalen
that,
Turner's a little. I know, but he's not fighting Jalen Turner's.
I get it, but
it.
he fought undefeated Lerone Murphy, who's going out for a title, full-blown decision, or should be going out for a title. Beat Sadiq Youssef, phenomenal striker, 25
Oh, yeah, I think
minutes.
I had those flip-flop. He went 5 rounds versus Lerone, not Sadiq. I said Sadiq.
Wasn't Sadiq the main event as well?
Yeah, but he lost to Lerone. He got kind of smoked by Lerone.
Oh, yeah,
Kick,
but
I think.
But he beat Sadiq. So he was in back-to-back main events, full 25 minutes.
Everyone is durable until they're not. He was getting cracked by Jakar.
Listen, I get it. I was just surprised to see a 1.5 round line plus money to do the over. I'll take the over. So that's what I did there. And you're not a big over fan. I get it,
fuck. I'm not a fucking.
I
No,
get
let
it.
me hold on a second. Let me check real quick. Nope, still got a fucking
it's
dick and
under.
balls. So
It's an under.
Still
Yep,
got
it's
a fucking
under.
dick and balls. Not the overs here.
What's funny is all the DraftKings merch, they have merch now. All the DraftKings merch says, like, life's too short to bet the under. And it's like, that applies to every sport except golf and except MMA.
Golf.
Bet the under. Oh, no, it does apply to golf. No, they say life's too short to bet. They want you to bet the over. Life's too exciting. Bet the over is their point. You don't want to bet the over in golf. You don't want to bet the over in MMA.
That might be the worst thing. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, that made sense. That was clean. Logical. Poignant. Angelo, Big Ange Sports Ange. I get all the sport references. I get them all. All right, look at me. How versatile. You know what else is versatile? The tools on the website. If you go to WeWantPicks.com, we have tools that do work for you. We have tools that you can use to just do research. We have tools to aid you. We have tools to support you. We have an artificial intelligence doing things for you. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Not only is it built out for this card and the next card, is also built out for UFC 324, and we got bets on the board. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top.
There's something about when you do that that makes you want to just fucking.
I know you hate it. I don't know why you hate that.
Or stick a fucking knife through your fucking nostrils or something.
I don't say doll hairs anymore either. Why does that bother you? You just did 6, 7, 4 times, which is objectively the worst.
There's timing. It's fucking. It's just like so. There's like it just leaves. It just brings your mind to a certain point, like and then you just stop, and it's a really harsh thing to do.
I did disagree. Next up, at UFC 323, we have the Italian Dream, Marvin Vettori, taking on Brunno Ferreira. Marvin Vettori, 19-8 in his career, an unfortunate 1-4 in his last 5, fighting his first unranked opponent in 5 years. He's taking on Brunno Ferreira, 14-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, on a 2-fight submission win streak. Marvin Vettori, we know him by now. He's been ranked in the top 10 for an insane amount of time. He's a block-headed guy who's going to move forward, throw a million strikes, maybe squeeze in a takedown or 2. Previously, he was a grappler. He started his career as a grappler, but the older he's getting, the less he's shooting takedowns. When he does decide to shoot takedowns, though, they're hit-and-run doubles, and he runs right through people. He has gotten very comfortable on the feet, and even though he is much more comfortable, he still gets hit, but his head is made of the same things that they make fire hydrants out of, so none of it matters. He is coming off that 3rd loss in a row. This one was to Brendan Allen. He's taking on Brunno Ferreira, powerful striker. He's light in his toes. He's constantly mixing up his attacks. He will literally bounce on his toes, jump in, bomb away. He also has high-level judo. If you get to a clinch with him, he could potentially toss you on your ass. He's very dangerous, but he doesn't have a ton of cardio. He is coming off that submission win over Jackson McVeigh. Marvin Vettori is on that unfortunate 3-fight skid, but they have literally been to some of the best middleweights on the planet, and this is a giant step down in competition. I have to assume that it's going to be obvious when they fight. When they're actually in that cage, I think it's going to be pretty obvious who is the highly ranked, has been highly ranked for a long time middleweight, and who's just sort of the young, dangerous guy that can squeak out wins early or not at all.
Who are you about to pick?
I'm picking Marvin Vettori.
Oh, God.
What's Bruno going to do? Knock him out?
What are you sucking on in the middle of a podcast?
Titties. I don't know what the fuck that was. Listen. Marvin Vettori should have far more experience. He's far more durable. I know he's got more cardio. I think Marvin Vettori wins this fight. Brunno's going to come out hot. He's going to be dangerous. He's going to land clean early. Nothing will happen to Marvin because his head is made of stone like Medusa, and everything will be fine. So Marvin Vettori's the pick. Over 2.5 years. Pretty rock solid as well. I'm going on that side of things. What do you think, Jacob?
You got to get it out of your mouth.
It's done. It's 99% done.
Listen, I actually don't hate the fucking Marvin pick. I considered doing it because Brunno is a guy that will drop minutes. I mean, this feels like it's going to be one of those fights where, like, I don't know, man. Like, there's no way Marvin can keep eating shots, man. Right? Like, there's no way he just, I mean, I guess some people do just kind of.
Kelvin Gastelum is.
Dude, that guy just gets the fuck beat out of him. That's all that happens to Marvin Vettori. Like, he stays close in every fight because he stays in your face and like, just trades shots, but that guy gets the absolute dog fucked out of him every fucking fight. And this guy, Brunno, hits hard as a fucking, like, there's no way he can keep eating shots. But if he does, he probably is going to win this fight because Brunno is going to take his time, start winging wild shit. He shouldn't be able to wrestle and grapple Marvin. So it's going to come down to a striking matchup. So then it comes down to, is this going to be like Marvin is just walking through shots, here he comes, and then he just like, almost like the Trevin Giles and like Carlos Prates, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, clearly Trevin's like the better boxer. He's landing the jab, he's walking forward, and then all of a sudden he's just fucking dead. Like, is this where Marvin Vettori's like chin is just gonna finally give out and Brunno's gonna fucking crack this guy? I don't really know. I'm gonna go Brunno because I think he's just gonna have the bigger moments, and eventually Marvin's gonna get. Eventually he's gonna get put. Like, he does not fucking move his head.
You say that, but Kelvin Gastelum hasn't been put out eventually.
He finally started getting dropped. Like,
I mean, that is true. He did finally like buckle his knees once.
I think he's getting dropped a couple times now, but I mean, Brunno hits like a fucking truck. I'm going Brunno here. If you're playing Marvin, I get it. If you're playing Brunno, I get it. You know, Saturday, we'll figure something out. As a pick, I got a Brunno. I think he's going to have the bigger moments and might be able to squeak out a takedown or two, but he does kind of have gas tank issues. He's got volume issues, but you know, he's going to have the moments. It's just whether there's big enough moments.
I mean, he could definitely. Vegas seems to be scoring for who's trying to win, and Marvin doesn't have that like insane sense of urgency. So it could be Brunno because he literally is just throwing chaotically and running forward. But I'm on the Marvin side. I don't have a bet. You know, the odds are razor thin. So if you are dead set on a side here, then go ahead and jump on it.
And look, too, for the Brunno's one of those guys that's got really sneaky judo. I know his takedowns have been like from far away, and I don't think he's going to be able to get a single or a double on a guy like Marvin Vettori. But if they clinch up or whatever, and Brunno, you know, he might hit something a little bit crazy, and he's got decent top pressure if he gets on top. So I don't know. Just something.
And Marvin's going to look huge in this fight, too. I know the height-wise they're saying it's only 2 inches. Marvin's big. Brunno's not that big. He relies on the speed. I think Marvin's going to win. He's thick, but I don't know. Marvin's big. And Marvin, his last couple of...
do you think is thickness or just overall bigness, or what would you say is more important?
I would say overall bigness, but I think
doesn't overall bigness kind of, I don't know, seems to me it's a little gross.
No, I think I think overall bigness it's more effective and it shows better, and you know, like you eat with your eyes, you know what I mean? Like you want it to be pretty and like, ooh, you eat with your eyes. If it's just like, what the fuck is that?
What are you talking about?
Penises. Were you not talking about penises? Were you talking about something else?
Can you pitch your promo or something? What are we doing?
I bet the round over here, so I think that hits. And if you want to check out some other bets, just go to WeWantPicks.com. You click Become a Member at the top. It's $10.
Please.
And for that $10.
Please sign up. God, I got to get out of here, man. You guys got to sign up, man. I got to make up for these fucking Matt Rife tickets. I'm not fucking, and now I got to get out of here, man. Please, if you haven't signed up for Christmas, can you Give Papa a little Christmas gift and sign up for Papa. I gotta get the fuck out of here, man.
All right, well, help Jacob get out of here. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We got a $1.99 super chat from Unwell to Brrr. You know how depressed I am without y'all. Glad y'all back. Well, we appreciate you. It's nice to get back into the routine and do this as well. I still did the Sunday videos, but it's just not the same. Not hanging out with Jacob doing the full breakdowns here.
Someone said, why were Matt Rife tickets available a year in advance? The craziest part was the thing was 3/4 sold out already. I didn't even think twice. If I would have went and bought tickets and it's like I'm the only one in the stadium, it's like, what the hell's going on? I was trying to find fucking seats together in that place a year in advance. That place is a fucking 3/4 sold out. What are we doing in this world?
He's very popular right now. Legit.
I never even heard of the guy. I thought it was a girl half the time.
Matt.
Mathetha.
Next up, at UFC 323, we have Firas Ziam taking on Nazim Sadykhov in one of the more, I'm not going to say controversial, but more hotly debated fights on the card. Firas Ziam 17-4 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5. Firas Ziam on a nice little win streak as well, taking on Nazim Sadykhov, 11-1 in his career, 4-0-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that insane win over Nicholas Mata. Full disclosure, I don't think ever. I think actually I picked Terrance McKinney to beat Firas. Outside of that, I don't think I've picked the Firas Ziam fight correctly. So there's your disclosure. But he's a good fighter. He's long. He's rangy. He works well outside, then closing the distance. If he's in the clinch, he'll throw some elbows. He'll stay busy there, and he'll go back outside. He did finish Matt Frevola, but outside of that, he's a distance striker. He plays it safe. He's got that French savate style. He is coming off of a pretty stereotypical Firas Ziam win where he landed 34 strikes in 15 full minutes. He did have a couple of takedowns, though, but need I remind you, his opponent was high off paint fumes in that fight. He's taking on Nazim Sadykhov, solid kickboxer, very clean technique. This guy will get after it. He is controlled, he is dialed in, and he is focused. And then sometimes he's just crazy and he gets baited into an absolute slug fight. He can wrestle if he needs to, but for the most part, he's striking. We just saw him go toe-to-toe with Nicholas Mata where he was almost knocked out. And then he survived, absolutely turned the tides, and put out Nicholas Mata. Again, a second reminder, I am not picking Firas Ziam fights correctly. And I think it's because I don't really like him that much. And I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that he's kind of boring. He's got that whole French, I don't want to engage style. And that just plays into my, like, this dude's not a fighter. Nazim Sadykhov's a fighter. This dude's not a fighter. Matt Frevola is a fighter. This dude's not a fighter. Mike Davis is a fighter, and Mike Davis almost ripped his knee off after being high on paint fumes. So I'm going to fall into my old trap. I'm going Nazim Sadykhov here. I think he's just too dangerous of a striker. I don't think the dance around on the outside nonsense is going to work for Firas Ziam. And if Firas wants to try to wrestle, Nazim Sadykhov's got great takedown defense, and this is in Vegas where they don't care about wrestling. So Nazim Sadykhov is the pick. I bet on Nazim Sadykhov, and I got him at, what did I get him at? I got him at plus 155, and he might become a full-blown favorite come fight night. What do you think, Jacob?
I've got some pre-bias in this fight. I agree with all the pre-bias that Angelo has against Ziam. I had Matt Frevola as my lock of the week against Ziam. I was dialed in. I said this, everything that Angelo said. I said the same thing. Like, just a distance strike. Matt Frevola's going to get in his face. Matt Frevola picks him up, slams down, almost gets the guillotine, and then gets sent to fucking Narnia in that third round. But I agree. Like, everything feels like it's just Nazim kind of getting in this guy's face, making it a little bit gritty, making it a little bit nasty. He's not going to like the pressure, maybe mixing a takedown or two. He's with the Sarah Longo guys. They all know how to wrestle. They know how to grapple. They bring in that tenacity, that get in your face, that doll, the Black Wolf, all this stuff. And I was feeling it. I was the passion. La Passion, Angelo. I was feeling the Black Wolf coming in. Oh, my God, he's an underdog. I can't believe it. I personally bet him. I was feeling good about it. And I started like rewatching the Ziam fights, and I'm like, God, looks good. You see him with the fucking defense. He's fucking here. He's hitting the combos. He's getting the finishes. And you start diving into it, and you're like, Evan Elder, short notice. My lock of the week that week was winning that fight 2-0 against the guy, Dr. Stoppage. Next fight, Terrance McKinney is getting steamrolled. Terrance McKinney kind of gasses out, and Nazim takes over, wins that fight. Life and death, getting outstruck almost 2-1 by a Slava, who we know at this point, not as good as advertised. Ishmael Bonfim, he got that head kick. Nice job. Got the cut, the Dr. Stoppage. He was getting touched up, getting kind of bullied before that happened. And then you got the Nicholas Mata fight, last fight. He's almost getting finished, knocked down and finish. Now all of a sudden, I got this guy Nazim in a different mind skip. I got this guy Nazim painted a little bit differently in my mind. So while I am going to stick with my guy Nazim, I like Nazim. He probably is going to get into look a little flashy this and stuff. He's winning a lot of fights that he was losing until he wasn't, which is a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing, especially when you got Ziam, who can be long, can be rangy, and is it going to be a little bit too little too late for Nazim to be able to make this the fight that he wants to make it? I don't know. I'm off it a little bit. He's still going to be my pick. Saturday, we're still probably going to play him. I got personal money on him for impulses. When I start diving into this, I'm seeing some holes. You see a lot of wins, a lot of finishes. I think there's some asterisks by a few of those. I'm taking Nazim, but this feels like, dude, it feels like everybody is on Nazim. Like everybody's on Nazim, which usually is like chat. If you're on Nazim, type a 6-7 in the fucking chat. Ugh. That's not even just type a 6-7 because watch how many there are. There's a lot, and that's usually a red flag.
I completely agree with you. And the unfortunate part for me is I broke this fight down 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. I had my video out during the week off. People were enjoying Thanksgiving, not creating content, not doing dick. I had this video out 4 days before that, ready to go. Broke down this fight, had the bet in, had the picks in. So when I do all of that with zero outside influence whatsoever, because there's not another person on this planet doing that at a meaningful level, just me, and then I see what the general public leans on, it is a bit surprising. I was surprised to see that many people on Nazim because historically speaking, people love Faraz Ziam and thinks he's going to win. Then I was very surprised at the Moreno-Tatsuro Taira fight, what the feedback was there. I expected different feedback. And now I'm shocked at the main event feedback.
Yeah, the Tapology nerds have Nazim almost 60%.
Yeah, those doofuses picked that jiu-jitsu nerd over, and now granted this fight sucked, but what was that fight a couple of weeks ago? The jiu-jitsu nerds versus the American wrestler with the heavy hands? He's got to fight
that Hoke guy now. He's got Denzel Freeman?
Yeah. Yeah, Denzel Freeman, they picked the jiu-jitsu nerd 75% on Tapology. And long before there were odds, I was like, are you people crazy? What are you doing? And obviously that fight wasn't as advertised, but still. I'm on the Sadykhov side. I do hate to see when everybody is on the same side, but I guess we'll be wrong together if we are wrong. And I did give you the disclosure. I've never picked the Faraz Ziam fight correctly. Jacob ran through why some of those Nazim fights were close, but there were caveats there. Like Terrance McKinney beats the fuck out of everybody before he doesn't. Like that's not that crazy. The Bonfim win was a great win. That wasn't a cut. He concussed him. Like he couldn't see, Tom Aspinall style. Still can't.
It was like a random question mark kick. He was getting bullied a little bit.
I get it, but he lands a beautiful kick that concussed him. It's not like it was, a lucky, like, oh, good, I cut him. We're done.
I mean, landing a random question mark kick it was a pretty random kick. Hats off to him. Fantastic. I mean, I like Nazim.
I'll be rooting for him. Hopefully he gets it done. I got that half a unit. I'm at plus 155. If you are a premium member, you saw that bet when it went up, and you got a nice line closing value there.
Sauce ready.
So if you want to check out every other bet we already have on the board, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. We got UFC 324 bets ready to go. Oh, no, wait. $5 super chat from Big Guns 2024. What is the biggest change you would like the UFC to make moving to Paramount?
Oh, I got a good one.
Well, they did make one change that I'm for, which is they moved up the start times by an hour, which is fantastic.
They're going to be over at like 11 our time. That's incredible. Dude,
the
difference between 11 or 11:30 compared to like 12:30 or 1. Oh my God, it's such a. You can do the amount of crazy stuff I've done between 11 o'clock and 3 a.m. in my lifetime.
Nice, just getting started. Yeah, sure.
Go ahead. If you got a second one. No, go ahead. If you got a second one. So, I mean, the world is your oyster, Angelo.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear the second one.
I don't have a second one.
I got all the answers. Mr. I got all the answers. Mr.
That
Jesus
was the one.
Cristo over here.
I want better graphics, and I wouldn't mind.
How would you make that? You can't just say I want better. How would you make them better?
Like I would like what they do with baseball games. Just throw out the random fucking stats of like while behind on 2 judges scorecard, or you know what I mean? Like going into the 3rd round, Nazim has always outstruck his, like just shit like that they say at baseball games, which is just wild stats that you never think of. I like to hear that type stuff while watching the fights.
You're a fucking nerd, dude. God,
literally,
man.
yes.
Jesus Christ. Pull out your little winky and jerk off the fucking math. God damn it, Angelo.
What is the thing you would like to see?
I just want to see some fucking walkouts. It'll never happen because of, they got to fucking pay the bills with whatever. I want to see, give me an option to pay $10 extra, $20 extra a fucking month to be able to watch all the walkouts, no ads. Dude, it gets you so fucking hype. You see the energy they're bringing. You hear the walkout music. I don't know if I've missed a bet ever if I can hear and see both walkouts. It's muy importante.
No, walkouts, that is nice, especially for fight nights. Because what was bullshit about ESPN is you paid for that. I paid for the ESPN Plus. I paid the subscription fee. And instead of showing me the walkouts, you either show me a commercial,
show me the same
or they
3
would show
commercials.
The same 3 commercials, or sometimes it was a blank screen that just said commercial break.
Yeah.
It's like, show me what do you mean?
Yeah, because they're still doing the broadcast. They're still talking to somebody.
All right, so you know what I would like to see? And they're going to have to squeeze in commercials. I get it, $1.1 billion a year. Do overlay commercials like what they're trying to do with Red Zone. I'd rather you
give me an option for no commercials. I'll pay it. God damn it. Why wouldn't you ever offer something? Why? Everything is always about upgrades for these. Just offer it. And if people sign up, they sign up. Like, what do we do? Offer it for, I don't know. How much is Paramount? $12.99? I don't know what they're going to up
they're
the price.
Raising the price. I think it was like $8.
Charge me $10 or $20 more. Give me the option that just says no commercials. You can see everything you want. I don't even give a fuck if it's just a panned out, just in between of the fucking arena with no commentary and we can just hear the arena and the walkout songs. I don't need the commentary. Just fucking give me the option to not hear Whopper, Whopper, Junior Whopper.
I do like, I'm going to add another one to the mix. Make it 4K. The UFC is literally going backwards. It used to be 4K. You used to be able to order the pay-per-view on DirecTV in 4K. And that matters. The clarity, the sound. I want to see it in 4K. And the fact that they don't have like multiple you should be able to watch the official broadcast, and then I should be able to go to the website and jump between cameras, listen to whatever audio I want. It's all being recorded. Let me be my own editor. Isn't that fun? I think that's fun. $1.99 from Unwell to Brr. They should have done Cejudo versus Sugar and Talbot versus Song. Yeah, those would be, you'd get 2 big fights out of that. I wouldn't hate that. I think they're just trying to be done with Henry Cejudo because I think he is very, very, very expensive. And I think, all right, here you go. Here's a young kid. If you lose to him, we could just be done with you and not spend $300,000 every time you fight. And then we have $1.99 euro. What's up, boy? From Barry Lang. What's up, boys? Brundage fight announced. Let's go. What's his fight?
Yeah, he messaged me like a few weeks ago and was like, what do you think about Cam Ralston? So I was like, I think I remember what I did in my breakdown, but I screen recorded the breakdown of Cam Ralston's last fight and sent it to Cody. And I was like, yeah, you should probably fight that guy. I was like, fucking, because my breakdown was like, this dude's slow. This dude fucking this. He quits in the second round. He ended up winning that fight. What was it, a knee or something like that? But yeah, he's fighting Cam Ralston in Australia. So he's fighting Aussie in Australia. He's going to Australia. So we're excited for it. And that's considering a lot of the people he could be fighting at 185, it's a very winnable fight for him for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Good for him.
Because he's floating around, they might try to give him a T-bar. And God bless Cody, but that dude is fucking terrifying. I was like, oh, God.
He is terrifying. Next up, at UFC 323, we have Maycee Barber taking on Karine Silva, which I believe is the only lady fight on the card. Maycee Barber, 14-2 in her career. She is 5-0 in her last 5. She is on a 6-fight win streak. Her last fight was notably canceled before walkout. She's taking on Karine Silva, 19-5 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that close win over Diony Barboza. Maycee Barber's good. She's good everywhere. But when we break down Maycee Barber, are we breaking down the healthy Maycee Barber that's good and good everywhere and keeps winning these close decisions? Or are we breaking down the one that just had a seizure in the locker room like it was no big deal? If we talk about the healthy one, she's got good striking. She's got good takedowns, good takedown defense. She wins close decisions. Judges absolutely love her. Takedown defense, statistically speaking, not spectacular, but it's there when she needs it. And she can keep fights standing, and she works. She moves forward. She works. She is coming off that canceled main event against Erin Blanchfield earlier this year where she literally had a seizure in the locker room. She's taking on Karine Silva. Powerful grappler, constantly working for submissions, both off top and off the bottom. She has a bunch of wins, a bunch of stoppages, and they're a mixed bag of ground and pound and full-blown submissions. On the feet, she's going to rush forward, throw a flurry, clinch, get you to the ground, and on the ground, she is just looking to finish you. She is coming off that win over Diony Barboza where she landed fewer strikes and she was taken down 3 times. And if we're just looking at healthy Maycee Barber, she should be the favorite here. A healthy Maycee Barber is the better striker, should have good enough takedown defense, has better footwork. A healthy Maycee Barber should absolutely win this fight, especially in Las Vegas. But it's not just the seizure. That wasn't like an isolated incident that you could blame on a bad weight cut. She was hospitalized for 9 days before that, like months before that. She was in the hospital for 9 days. They didn't even know what the hell was going on.
Is it because of them implants?
It could be. She missed weight immediately following the implants. She did get implants. This is not an implant picture. She did get implants, and she missed weight immediately after getting the implants.
Some girls get really sick with those.
She was in the hospital for 9 days and was posting like cryptic, like, I might never fight again. They don't know what's wrong with me. So it's like, then she finally gets healthy enough to train and get a fight booked. She's in the locker room, has a full-blown seizure. They blamed it on the weight cut. But it's like, holy crap. This a 2-1 favorite had a seizure, was in the hospital for 9 days. Yeah, no, yeah.
No, yeah.
Good for her. I agree. Good for her. And she's cool. When I got you that cameo that she filmed, she like genuinely seemed to have a good time doing the cameo. Had some fun, laughed about it, filmed the cameo, sent it over.
Yeah, fun. Yeah, that was fun.
Maycee should win this fight. Therefore, I will pick Maycee, but I cannot bet on somebody at almost 2-1 odds that has medical issues. Literally, for the last 3 years, has had medical issues. So I'm going to leave that alone, but she is going to be the pick just based off of raw skill sets and assets. What do you think, Jacoby?
Yeah, you mentioned that cameo. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Let's see, when was this? That.
Your birthday 2 years ago.
I don't know where the fuck. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. All right.
I just wanted to come on here and wish you a happy birthday. I'm a day late, so happy belated birthday. And I'm sorry for beating down your girl, Amanda. And good luck with all your picks.
Yeah, so fuck her. I'm going. No, I like Maycee in this match. It's gonna come down to Karine Silva is a bully that doesn't really like when you match energy. And that Diony Barboza took that fight to her, and she turned into just kind of that like a jiu-jitsu nerd. And for some reason, maybe corruption. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on with the judging, but for some reason, they thought she did enough on the bottom to win that fight versus Diony Barboza, my fucking girl. Complete fucking bullshit. She's getting penalized for it in this fight. When you match her energy, she starts to fold. And I've tried to fade Maycee before. She was making fun of me in that video because Amanda Hebos was my lock of the week versus Maycee. I said, Amanda Hebos can match her energy. She can get the takedowns, get the control. And in that fight, the first round, Amanda gets a couple takedowns. I'm like, I told you guys, like, fucking Maycee isn't even that good. She might not be. Like, this girl's a fucking bad bitch. This girl's a fucking bad bitch. For you to fucking turn Amanda Hebos away like that, in that position, in that point of her career, dude, Maycee Barber is a fucking bad bitch. And it's going to come down to who is going to be the aggressor. When it's time to be a fucking, everyone wants to be a lion until it's time to be a fucking lion and hunt. Maycee Barber is a fucking lion 100% of the time. That's why she wins the close fights. This could be a close fight, but I think this is Maycee bowling into the clinch. Eventually, the fight goes to the ground. Karine trying to do jiu-jitsu stuff, and the judges aren't going to give it to her this time. So, Maycee could even get nasty with elbows, second, third round finish. I'm not going to be, I mean, the over 2.5 on this one is...
I didn't touch it.
Minus 240. You know, we're looking for some finishes on the stream Saturday. I think Maycee might be able to get something done. Karine is good. Fighting nerds now, all this type of stuff, but when you match her energy and she can't just kind of slowly plot forward, she's basically like the new Mayron Silva, right? When things were going well for Mayron Silva, she's just walking girls down and that was bullying girls, and then she starts running into a little bit competition, a little bit tougher girls. She started folding. I think the Karine Silva's going to have the same kind of trajectory of whatever. She looked like she was supposed to be somebody, and I think once girls get in her face, you know, and Maycee's a girl, gets in girl's face. I mean, she's a fucking bad bitch, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I did not touch the over, and I love my lady overs. I did not touch it here, not because I don't trust it necessarily. It just, the Maycee having medical issue stuff, I just don't know what that means. Maybe it means literally nothing. Maybe she's going to collapse. Like, I just don't know what it means. We haven't seen her fight in a long time. She's had a litany of issues. Karine is tough. Maycee's tough. This could be an actually very good, fun fight and an impactful fight for the division.
Oh, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
And Maycee's on a very good win streak. A win here, all of a sudden, it's like
she bitch is 14-2. She can be 15-2. You don't see girls with records like that very much
on an extended win streak. It's like we need to start talking about her getting a title shot. So
fuck it.
Yeah, flyweights kind of a mess right now. Do it. So this will be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Jacob and I are on the...
What do we say, too, about when I pick against female Brazilians? Doesn't happen very often.
It does not happen very often. And Karine's, doesn't suck. So it's not even like you're making an obvious pick against a Brazilian.
She's kind of a bad bitch, too. I like her energy. She's kind of she's kind of swaggy with it. She's got the, sneaky submissions. I mean, she almost hit that ninja choke, and then that's the fight where Joe Rogan was like, "Oh, she's got the tall tree submission." Or
is that the fight? The dumbest name.
It was it was Deani had both arms in her guard, and she just had a high body triangle. That's all it was. And Joe was freaking out, oh, there's a guy at 50-50 that does this. He submits people all the time. But both her arms were within. She was just kind of stuck there because the body triangle was so tight. But it's what are you choking what out? What are we doing, Joe? But he was convinced that was a real submission that somebody hits all the time at 50-50.
Well, the funniest part about him was it tall tree? It was something absurd. I've never heard before.
I can't remember what it was, but
it was something crazy.
And literally, the judges scored it for because they thought also because they're so fucking stupid. They're like, "Oh yeah, look, she's in a submission." It's no, she's just had a fucking body triangle from the bottom.
Yeah, she's squeezing something. It was just so funny because then people on Twitter were like, "That is a submission. I know that." No, you shut the fuck. No, you don't. That's not
somebody that you have to be at fucking 50-50 to know that, sweetheart.
Yeah, there you go.
Apple Orchard, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I remember hearing it what the hell did he just say?
I remember I think I was streaming.
I've been doing this for 20-something years. I've never
I can
heard
look
that
at
shit.
Two arms in and just a body triangle and be like, no. And Deani was like, eventually she gave it up and then she just, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
Dead Orchard,
anyway,
that's what it was.
Yeah, it was. You can get an armbar from that. It was
that's an armbar, not a fucking dead.
Correct.
It's an armbar.
That's called a setup. Yeah, correct. If you guys do want to check out all the picks, all the bets, all the tools, we do have action on the majority of fights on this card. We have over 22 units of bets on the board. That includes this card and UFC 324, as well as a whole suite of tools to help you find your picks, find your bets. We have an artificial intelligence. Check it all out. It's freaking $10. Do yourself a holiday favor. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. We have a $4.99 super chat from Axel Diaz, Nazim under 57.5 strikes, and Barber under 62.5. Hammer of the week for Underdog. By the way, my name is Axel, not Alex. I said Axel Diaz. I just said Axel Diaz, like Axel Foley. Dun 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 dun. Beverly Hills Cop.
You know, no, I was playing last night. Actually, kind of a fun game. You ever play? Was it Categories?
Categories is fun.
That's the where you roll the dice with the letter. You have to pick with the letter.
That's an old game. That's a good game. Categories is fun, and so is the one where you like have the thing on your head and you have to describe it, and then you go like this if you get it right, that if you get it wrong. It's like a tree, and then you got to tell them to say tree.
How would you do a tree?
You can talk. They grow in the yard. Apples are on them. Boom. Tree. Okay. And then what's
how
the
would
next
you do Diet Coke?
Not Pepsi.
Homos
but the gay
drink
version.
It, all the homos.
Yeah. Oh, we both went the same way with that. Okay. And then Unwell to what are units? I never understood that. All right, there's a couple different explanations here. I'm going to give you the normal human being.
You missed it. I tried to give you 2 chances.
To do what? Oh, Diet Coke. Look at you. I'm going to give you the normal human explanation, and then there's going to be people who overcomplicate it, turn it into some ridiculous math equation, and talk about bankroll. The normal human explanation of what a unit is, it's the amount of money you're betting per fight. Let's say you got an extra $100 on the weekend. You're like, all right, I got $100. I'll do $20 a fight, right? I'll do $20 a bet. The $20 is your unit, right? You got a couple units to work with. You got 5 units to work with. You got 1 unit here, a half a unit there. And the reason we talk in units and we don't just say $20, $100 is because to me, $100 might be a ton of money, but to somebody else who bets thousands of dollars, 100 doesn't mean shit. So you talk in units to normalize all of it, and units give you like the ability to show how confident you are or are not. Like, I'll throw a quarter of a unit on this. I don't know how this is going to go. So a quarter of a unit might be $25 to you, or to somebody else that might be $2,500. If I see $2,500 and I'm only betting $25, I'm like, oh my God, he's so confident. That's why we talk in units. That's what a unit is. You're going to get ridiculous, complicated answers. They're going to comment it on this video because people like to make things seem more difficult than they are. Well, a unit is actually 3% of your bankroll. And somebody else will be like, no, it's actually 5% of your bankroll. It's all complicated bullshit for no reason whatsoever. It's the amount of money you're betting per fight. You call it a unit, you keep it standard, and then if you're doing really well, you increase your units, right? I've been winning over the last couple of months, so now we're going to do units. Instead of $100, they're $200. You're not doing so well, let me lower my units to catch back up. That's what a unit is, and that's why we talk in units. Next up, at UFC 323, we have what should be the featured prelim of the evening. We have one of the most exciting fights on this card. We got Terrance McKinney taking on Christopher Duncan. Terrance, the hell is so funny?
He redonated and said, I didn't ask for an essay. Jesus, man. Holy shit. Just simple question. Blah, 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 blah. Holy fuck, man. That was fucking Jesus.
I hope he never understands anything ever again. Okay?
God damn.
I hope you never understand anything ever again.
Oh, well, he just donated again, so you might want to take that back.
Nah, keep it. How do I refund this? Fucking bitch. Next up, at UFC 323, we have what should be the featured prelim of the evening. We have objectively, at least leading up to the event, the most exciting fight in the card. We got Terrance McKinney taking on Chris Duncan. Terrance McKinney, 17-7 in his career. He is 4-1 in his last 5, coming off yet another finish win, taking on Christopher Duncan. 14-2 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5. He is riding a 3-fight win streak. Terrance McKinney, we talked about it earlier. Somebody said, could Terrance McKinney be a world champion? And I said, he's got all the skills. If you can give him a chin, you can give him a cardio, that's not a crazy thing to think. And I stand by that. He's incredibly fast. He has very good wrestling. He's got power in his hands. He's got good jiu-jitsu. His ability to come out like a bat out of hell, throw you to the ground, and snatch up a submission is incredible. Terrance McKinney beats the absolute shit out of everybody for a couple of minutes, but then he slows down and his chin isn't quite there, so he's not very durable. But Terrance McKinney is very good. He's very dangerous. He's got a ton of finishes. And you know what he does not have, Jacob?
What doesn't can you?
The amount of racist things he's trying not to say right now is absolutely incredible.
Give me a clue? Let's do a little categories here. Let's do a little bit. I'm ready. What doesn't he have? Go. Give me something.
When you do well, they give you a
award.
Usually money.
You can't just answer. You got to let me keep going. You got to.
I said it's usually money. The answer isn't he doesn't have money.
Oh. What are we doing again?
It's a win bonus. He has no UFC win bonuses despite having absolute banger fights and tons of finishes. He's taking on Christopher Duncan. Chris Duncan is very similar to Terrance McKinney in that he's got a ton of finishes. He's very not similar in that he's insanely durable. This guy's pretty heavy-handed. He can come out pretty fast. He's tough as absolute hell. He is never out of a fight. We have seen him on more than one occasion get the shit kicked out of him just to survive, come back, and find his own finish. He's a pretty accurate striker. He's got low hands, lots of power, willingness to bang. He can grapple as well. He has 14 takedowns in his 7 UFC fights, but he doesn't really have control or the ability to keep people there.
Not a racist. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is 2 pictures today with black men. Not a racist. Love to see your pictures, Angelo.
Maybe you like him a little too much. Yeah, how about my wedding photo? Does that count?
The one I wasn't invited to. I wouldn't
lie. Chris Duncan's coming off that win over Metal Rebecki, where the fight was far closer than people are going to remember. And ultimately, I think the damage on Rebecki's face was the difference here. Listen, I know exactly how this fight's going to go for the first couple of minutes. The first few minutes of this fight, Terrance McKinney is going to beat the absolute fuck out of Chris Duncan. It's not going to be close. He's going to beat the fuck out of Chris Duncan. And then he either finds a finish or he starts to get tired or Chris lands a big shot because you can't just get Chris out of there and things are going to go the other direction. I'm going to pick Terrance McKinney. I'm going to fall into the trap of picking Terrance McKinney because he is just so damn dangerous. And Chris Duncan, as Jacob has pointed out and others, the only reason we know how tough somebody is because we see them get the shit kicked out of them. That's how we know that they're tough. So, Chris Duncan will get the shit kicked out of him, and hopefully it actually ends that way and the tides don't just turn very quickly. I can't possibly bet on this fight. I'm not going to bet on the under 1.5. I'm not going to bet on the over 1.5. The only bet I was actually considering, even though I am on the Terrance McKinney side, you know, Chris Duncan to win in the first round is like plus 400. So that's not crazy. That's actually a very reasonable outcome here. So if you think Chris destroys Terrance, then that's a solid bet you can get at plus 400. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, you said,
I know what's going to happen in the first 2 minutes of this fight.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit! There's nobody. Terrance McKinney doesn't know what the hell he's going to do in the first couple minutes of any fight. Nobody knows what the hell. Anybody that acts like they know what the hell's going to happen in this fight is fucking lying to themselves and to everybody. Nobody knows what the hell's going to happen in Terrance McKinney fight. He might come in, land a right hand, knock this guy clean out. He might come in, get a takedown, beat the fuck out of this guy like Angelo says. Might happen. He might come in, shoot a takedown, get guillotined immediately. He might come in and eat a right hand from Chris Duncan and get fucking flatlined. We don't know what the fuck is going to happen in this fight at all. And I am so done with fading Chris Duncan. I've tried it. I've been trying to do it. I tried it with Oki. I'm just like, just throw a right hand. You're going to knock this guy out. Oki starts fucking wrestling. I don't know what the hell is going on. Almost gets caught in a guillotine. God gives him a second chance at life. He dives in and gets guillotined. guillotine. Now we got this guy fucking Jordan Vuvacic or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy knows how to grapple and he can strike. He's going to knock out this guy Chris Duncan. Again, same situation. He gets dropped. He survives. He comes out the second round. He starts landing some shots, lands a couple right hands on Chris. So I'm like, here we go. We're in the money, baby. Then he shoots a fucking takedown for no goddamn fucking reason. I don't know what the hell's going to happen in this fight. Terrance McKinney might knock this guy out, might get knocked out, might get a takedown, might get guillotine. I don't know. I'm taking Terrance because I'm just going to keep fading Chris Duncan as a pick, and we're probably going to bet something fucking real wild on Saturday for the live stream, but I can't put money on this fight. I played an under 1.5 in a parlay. I don't know. Dude, Chris Duncan has got a crazy guillotine. He throws a fucking cannon of a right hand. Terrance McKinney wants to wrestle now again these days, and he's been getting knocked out. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I'll take Terrance, but who fucking knows?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're on the Terrance side, honestly. Because I thought I was...
The guy just fucking eats shots, man. He just fucking... Just throw a fucking right hand down the pipe. And I can't stand that fucking Terrance McKinney fusion, whatever. I know Charles Johnson was there. I know it's all... Dude, when I could not believe it. And maybe it's just like a Phil Rowe thing. But when I was at the Apex in that Phil Rowe fight, dude, that corner and those coaches didn't say a fucking word to Phil Rowe about anything. This is what they were doing. 230 left, Phil. 230 left, Phil. The guy's like dying, being mauled. No, they didn't give him any advice except for being like, gotta get up, Phil. 1 minute, gotta get up, Phil. You got 30, Phil. You got 30, Phil. I'm sitting there like, I'm from in the stands being like, come on, Phil. Like, and then finally I was like, dude, if they don't care, I don't fucking care. You know what? If they don't. So he's at that gym. I can't stand those coaches. But Terrance can do his thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean, he comes out guns blazing. Chris Duncan, I honestly, the gym matters because he's an American top team, right? So there's a lot of success.
He's got those calf kicks, too.
He's around high-level fighters. He is getting coached by high-level coaches because he's not the more skilled fighter in most of his matchups. He's just not. But he's tough. He puts it together. He's been put in bad situations before by good fighters at the gym, so he doesn't panic. So it's all working well for him. So it is hard to fade Chris Duncan, but I'm going to lean Terrance McKinney here just for the sheer danger early. But the same warning I gave you for Ziam, I don't pick Chris Duncan fights correctly. I may have never picked a Chris Duncan fight correctly. I thought Rebecca was going to beat him. That was close.
Dude,
Didn't happen.
The craziest part was there's like the world is giving, like to Oki, they gave him a warning sign. Hey, he almost got in your guillotine. Probably don't do that again. And then shot a guillotine. This guy, Jordan Vuvacic or whatever, gets fucking dropped, survives, starts landing like the world is saying, hey, just keep striking. You're landing. And then fucking shoots right into a guillotine. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
It is brutal. This went from dead even pick'em odds to a pretty square favorite here at minus 160 for Chris Duncan. If you do want to check out the bets we have on the board for this fight, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. It's freaking $10. You'll see all the bets we've placed. You'll see all of the picks we have, the round line leans, the confidence levels. But then there's a whole suite of tools and artificial intelligence picking fights. We have a data analyzer. We have a fight simulator, a whole suite of tools. All of it, one package, $10. No upsell, no cross-sell, no nonsense. Just $10 off the rip. WeWantPicks.com. Couple more super chats. $1.99 from Onwell2 Burr. I didn't ask for an essay. Let's keep in mind, this guy sent a super chat, asked the question, and I gave a thoughtful, intelligent answer, and he still was sassy. Another $1.09, JK Angelo Te Amo. I don't accept your apology. And $1.99 euro from Barry Lang. Let's go Scotland, boys. Love from Glasgow. Yeah, I mean, the Scottish are pretty tough. I mean, Paul Craig. Could you call Paul Craig tough?
I mean,
he's tough.
I'm looking at this map here.
Of?
UK and is this the American? I don't see like a border. Like Scotland is just part of UK, but it's its own.
Europe is basically America instead of states. They're countries, and they
so
just talk
UK,
differently, have different money.
England and Scotland are part of the UK, but they're different.
I don't know if they're part of the UK.
Well, I'm looking at the map, and it says United Kingdom and Scotland and England are not bold. United Kingdom is bold, and it's the same island. Scotland just connects to England, but it's all one state. Can drive from Scotland into England. Definitely part of the UK. Okay. So it's UK. So that makes sense. So if somebody's talking about the UK, they could, in my mind.
England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are the UK.
Ooh, they got Northern Ireland too, huh?
Oh, Red Chimp, you guys are stupid. How do you not know the difference? Yeah, okay. This well-educated Muppet with Jean Silva as the profile picture.
Yo, Barry,
knows
you
world
eating
geography.
futty mun? What are we doing up there in Scotland? You eating futty mun? Give me a why you're an in. I'm a little more cultured than Angelo. He doesn't get it.
Sure. Yeah, no, Red Chimp's more cultured than all of us. So, no, he's the cultured one here. Fucking clown shoe pussy. Next up, at UFC 323, we have the featured fight of the evening. We have Grant Dawson taking on Manuel Torres. Grant Dawson, 23-2 in his career. 4-1 in his last 5. He has gone an unbelievably boring win streak. He's taking on Manuel Torres, 16-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off the KO win over Drew Dober. Grant Dawson, the most boring fighter on the UFC roster. I will say that with absolute certainty as an objective fact every single time. What I won't do is disparage the fight skills, though. The striking does absolutely suck. But he's got very good wrestling, very good control, very good ground game. If Grant Dawson can get you to the ground, it's going to be a problem for you. If he can't get you to the ground, he's going to struggle a little bit. And if he gets you to the ground, it's a problem for us, the fans, the viewers, because it will be boring. He is coming off that win over Diego Ferreira, where he landed the most amount of strikes he has ever landed in his UFC career, and he still had 6 takedowns in 11 minutes of control time. He's taking on Manuel Torres, a well-rounded guy. He's got dangerous striking, dangerous grappling. Striking's not really technical, but he'll throw big knees on the clinch. He loves throwing to the head. He loves throwing to the legs. He is long, he is skinny, and he does a good job using those long, skinny guy techniques for submissions and clinch work. He is coming off that knockout win over the typically pretty durable Drew Dober. I've been railroading Grant Dawson for a while here, and what I don't understand is the UFC's decision. So I get Grant Dawson choosing to be boring. Why put yourself in harm's way? At the end of the day, if you keep winning, they can't just keep denying you. But what I don't understand is why the UFC would take the objectively most boring fighter on the roster and put him in the most important time slot. This is the last pay-per-view of the year. This is the last pay-per-view of all time. You are watching the prelims, and they're trying to convince you all along the way to spend $80 to buy the main card. They're giving you a whole bunch of free fights to try to get you to buy 5 for $80. And they usually throw the most exciting fight as the featured prelim. So you can be like, that was a banger. What a great fight. I will spend $80 to watch the next 5. But they're doing this. I think ESPN is full-blown, or UFC is full-blown trying to railroad ESPN here. I think they don't want to sell any pay-per-views. I think they want this to tank. So when they move over to pay-per-view, or when they get rid of pay-per-view, move over to Paramount, they can say, look at the views we got. And they're using this fight to do that. I'm going to pick Grant Dawson because I think he can get the fight to the ground. I think he wins this fight. The fact that this is a 1.5 round line is crazy to me. Grant Dawson is objectively the most boring fighter on this roster, and he has already publicly said, I am not going to fight Manuel Torres' fight. I'm going to fight my fight. We know what his fight is. Get it to the ground, lay on top of him. Grant Dawson's the pick. He's a very skilled fighter, but it does not make for entertainment. I'm on the Grant Dawson side. What do you think, Jacob?
I mean, the guy's got 18 finishes.
How many in the UFC?
23 fights.
How many in the UFC, though?
Between the two of these guys, I think I gave you the stat. There's like 32 of their combined fights have been under a round and a half, or like right there at like a round and a half. It's like I can't even go there right now. I can't. Some of the stuff you say, and I apologize, chat, and people that just tune in. You know, typically he's better than this. You know, that kind of low. Just, I mean. Yeah, I hate hearing it, and I hate seeing it on this channel. I really do it. Here's what I'll say.
The Joe Selecki fight was literally just a picture of a fight. They put a picture on the broadcast, and we didn't know that it was a picture and not an actual video. We had no idea. And we watched it for 15 minutes. Well, yeah, Grant won that. We watched the picture, and nobody knew. That's how boring those fights are.
So
Ramirez Magulov.
He done? I don't.
Yeah, that's when I stopped talking. That was a solid indication that I was done.
So Grant Dawson going into that Bobby Green fight, I know a lot. There was somebody that tweeted me too. Was like, you weren't fading, but the guy was like -600. Nobody was fading. Grant Dawson looked like he was just going to be that dude. But one of his big quotes was, he doesn't really watch tape. All he needs to know is, are you orthodox or southpaw, and what arm do you typically guillotine with? He says that's all he cares about. I think. Listen. I'm not a big Grant Dawson guy. Obviously, we saw the Bobby Green fight, and people just think Torres is going to come in and KO this guy. This could look like the Pat Sabatini-Chepi fight. I mean, it could be a carbon copy of, like, it looks like Chepi was going to have a big moment at any time, but then the control was just too much and just was. It could turn into that. But this guy, Manuel Torres, is, people think this, somebody put in the chat, like a striker, like this is pure striker versus pure grappler matchup. No, Torres is a jiu-jitsu guy. He knows how to grapple. He might get overwhelmed, and Grant Dawson is going to be the better wrestler and the better grappler. But don't forget that Grant Dawson's BFF, his little butt buddy, Chris Duncan, who also is known as like the grappling type guy. Manuel Torres handled him in the grappling. I mean, out-grappled him, choked him out. It was like no issue. So people that think that Grant's just going to, who's got like what, off the top of my head, I think it's like a 30 or 40% takedown accuracy. He can be relentless with them. But Manuel Torres knows how to wrestle. He knows how to grapple. He's going to have the striking advantage. And Grant Dawson is a guy that at ATT, you can see is starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in the striking. He's starting to feel, he's throwing some big kicks. When he starts slowing down, he drops a hand. Watch how he started that Diego fight, the second round of that Diego fight. He was a little bit tired coming out in the second round, and this guy was just kind of throwing wild in the pocket before he shot like a sloppy takedown, was able to dog that shit out. That shit ain't going to fly or shouldn't fly against like a guy like Manuel Torres. So I'm going to go with Manuel here because he's the better striker. He should be able to handle himself in the grappling. If it turns into a Sabatini fight, it is what it is. But Grant Dawson feels like he's getting a little bit almost too comfortable. Remember Chase Hooper was coming in and was like, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, he knows how to strike now. He's throwing combinations, and then he runs into somebody. It's like, oh, shit, he actually can't really strike as well as he thought, but he thought he could strike. I think Grant Dawson might come in thinking, like, I could throw a few combos before I shoot a takedown. And this guy, Manuel Torres, could throw some fucking hot cheddar shit. So I got to go Manuel here. I'm not a big Grant Dawson guy. If he Sabatini's him, he Sabatini's him. It is what it is, but I got to take my tough fucking Mexican and get this shit done, man.
Listen, it's funny you say that about the Grant Dawson striking because you're 100% correct. My notes for the Diego Ferreira fight, on the Grant Dawson side, were striking more than usual, thought he was good at it, looked horrible. Those are my notes for Grant Dawson.
Yeah, and Diego's not a great striker, and he was worn down, so he couldn't really counter, so he was able to get away with it, which almost benefits you. If you're on Torres' side, you like that. You like that he was striking a little bit more. He was getting away with it. He was landing, because then he's going to come in and be like, oh, if I'm a little bit tired. I think there's a weird situation here where he gets that early takedown, dogs some shit out for the first round, comes out in the second round, does the same thing, like, I'll strike for a little bit, get my gas in, I don't want to shoot a takedown immediately. And then Torres is on him. So I know a lot of people are chasing first round, but I think second, like early second round for Torres could be interesting too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he did publicly, I did just see someone tagged me in a tweet. I forget who it was. It was like Wee Man. It was the dude from Game of Thrones. Some little person.
Peter Dinklage?
Yeah, it was a little person, a dwarf, tweeted a quote from Grant Dawson that he was not going to play Manuel Torres' game and only I'm going to stick to my game plan. I'm not going to let him convince me to do it.
He said, I'm going to hump him. He literally said,
that's exactly what that means. Correct. So it's like,
no, he literally said, I'm going to hump him.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. I didn't know that was.
He literally said, I'm going to hump his leg.
Oh, so maybe there's no way he's being that obvious about it. Maybe he does. He's going to come out here thinking he can strike and he's going to get Bobby Greened.
I don't know.
Either way, fuck him. If you do want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member at the top. It's only $10. You can see all of it instantly. There's no upsell. There's no cross sell. There's no weird nonsense. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. At the top, €4.99 super chat. Jacob, are your balls tingling too about the thought of Bogdan round 1 KO and Pantoja round 1 sub like mine are? Also, what do you need to know about the UK?
What do you need to know about the UK? What's with the...
Dude, they're fighting wild in the chat right now with some UK people being like, it's a country, and other UK people being like, it's not a country. They're individual countries.
We don't know if they're a country. We don't know if it's a territory. Could be a region. We don't know, but we want to know. The biggest question is, what's with the beans? We don't know. Beans on this, beans on that, beans on toast. Just beans. Beans for breakfast, beans for dinner. We don't know. What's with the beans? What do we know? Tell me.
Okay. Speaking of beans, one of my favorite things that comes across the TikTok are English kids trying American food. It's so every time they're like, this is delightful. Oh my, doesn't matter what the American food is. They're blown away every time. And I saw them eat American baked beans and they're like, these are nice. And it's like, you're the bean people. You're the bean people.
Little racist there, but racist. There's two. It's extreme. It's extreme. The fact that you don't think that calling them bean people. Why? Because their teeth look like beans, brown and fucking crooked and fucking just falling apart. There's two things that my mom makes that I will only eat of hers. I'm not sure if that sentence makes sense or
Jesus.
But baked beans and deviled eggs. Anybody else's baked beans, I fucking hate. Anybody else's deviled eggs, I fucking hate. But I'll eat fucking 24 of my mom's deviled eggs or a whole fucking vat of my mom's baked beans. She puts like brown sugar in there. They're like, oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah. It is funny. I do love I love deviled eggs because I didn't grow up eating deviled eggs. My parents are not American. They're not from this country. So
oh my God, fucking Jesus! I mean,
you want to see the passport? I got the passport.
My God, dude, we've heard it.
We've
heard it. We get it. Talk about the divorce and how they blamed you.
No, they blame my brother because he sucks. So I didn't eat American food growing up. There was no deviled eggs. So when I finally had a deviled egg, it's like, God.
Oh my God.
That's
I
good.
only got spaghetti and stuffed pasta shells every day.
No, nobody makes stuffed shells at home. That's not a meal. Manicotti.
My mom. That's one of my favorite meals from my mom is stuffed pasta
Your
shells.
mom also makes Jewish brisket, and you're not Jewish. So your mom is very cultured in her food
She
variety.
makes brisket. What are you talking about, Jewish brisket? What's the difference?
She bakes it in an oven.
She's got smoke. She's never... God, Angelo, don't ever fucking disrespect my fucking mother. Like, one of the best things she ever makes is fucking brisket, and they have it on a smoker, and she smokes brisket fucking all day. The apple slice, she's spraying it and shit in the fucking oven, Angelo. Go fuck yourself, you dumb piece of shit. Disrespecting my mom brisket in an oven.
First of all, the brisket was tasty. I had it. And second of all, it was an electric smoker with no wood to make smoke, and
she got the full chips in the bottom. The chips go in the bottom. She chips
and it was wrapped in foil the whole time.
No, it's at the end you wrap it. God.
Then maybe
I'm gonna send her this. She's gonna be so fucking pissed off.
First of all, Jewish brisket's delicious.
Oh my God, dude, brisket and
send it
Shout
to
out
her.
to the Jews.
Curious on the feedback. They make good meat. Jewish sandwiches.
Oh, you know what I had?
Pastrami.
Actually, this might be the opposite. I don't know what this is at this point. I don't know whose side anybody's on at this point, but this is the first time I've had this.
Food?
Yeah, halal, guys.
It is halal. Yeah, that's the opposite. Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever had whatever the hell this is with the white sauce on it. I get the white sauce with my fucking naan bread.
Dude,
and
halal is good, man. Halal is very good.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like shit. Not a bit. It wasn't awful. I wasn't.
You didn't like halal?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, you hit a halal truck up in New York City. That shit's good.
I just got it's just chicken, rice, lettuce, and white sauce.
Yeah,
It's all right. You know, I just.
I mean, what do you want from halal? The white is just yogurt and dill.
I'll be honest, Angelo. I'm gonna stick to the General Tso, orange chicken. We love our Asian chicken. We love it.
There we go. You know what else we love? The promos. Go to this URL, use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We get paid. It's affiliate marketing. And then we're going to slice off $50 and give it right to you. Very straightforward. It's a winning triangle. And not like the triangle where Jacob's girlfriend sits down to pee and then he pees through the gap. He pees through the triangle. Not like that triangle. An absolute winning triangle where all three of us win.
So you can confirm that I actually do have a girlfriend.
She lets you pee through the triangle. Yes.
Yeah, it's a domination thing. I mean, if you're a man,
never want to pee at anybody.
You have to sit down to do your little pee-pees, your little TTs.
I sit down like at night. That was a whole Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Hold on.
Dude, anybody who says they stand up to pee at 2 o'clock in the morning, you turn lights on to pee at 2 o'clock in the morning.
God, dude, God, please.
Nah, that's crazy.
No, please say you're trolling, dude, please.
Nah, dude. It was a whole Curb episode. It was a whole Curb episode, too. It was a Curb episode because he fell in the toilet. And they're like, what do you mean you fell in the toilet?
Dude, I don't even turn the light on. Half my piss is on the floor. I don't give a fuck. I clean it up in the morning sitting down.
You have a girlfriend, but you don't live with her. So, yeah, you can piss all over the place. Well, and honestly, at that point, you might as well just open the shower door and piss in the shower.
Is there anybody in the chat, and be honest, is there anybody that's ever sat down to pee at just because it's
in the
dark
middle of the
night?
night? Yeah, in the middle of the night. I'm not trying to wake up. I'm not going to turn the light on and wake up. That's crazy.
No, you're crazy.
No, you're half asleep. You go there. You walk there with your eyes shut.
Yeah, phone light. You grab your
sit
phone.
down.
You fucking like
No,
this.
I'm not. See, dude, if I grab my phone, I'm going to look at it. No way.
Oh, God.
Now you sit down, you shove it down because it's massive. You shove it down, you pee, you get up, you go. Turning the light on, get the fuck out of here. They're all lying. Everybody's a fucking liar. You know what's not a lie, though? How good the website is. We have a data analyzer on the website, which has... No, there's no way. One of you has to agree. Dude, you guys met me with the same resistance when I said I blow dry my body after a shower.
Not your body, your balls.
That's part of my body, is it not? Is it not? It's tremendous. Do you know the size of a towel I would need to do it by hand? You get the blow dryer out. You're good. You're good. Anyway, this guy said if it's massive, you don't want to sit and pee because it sprays on it. What the fuck are you talking about? Sprays on what? If it's a big dick and you sit in the toilet, it hangs down, you pee down. Easy. What are we talking about? Guys, get it together. See, look, I mean, the blowjob, get it together, guys. Get it together, okay? Be secure in mere manhood. Don't piss all over your bathroom like a disgusting freak. Sit down, pee, get up, and then go lay back down. You'll fall back to sleep instantly. You don't have to turn lights on. You don't have to look at your phone. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, I don't blow dry after a shower. Well, you got fucking musty balls, dude. Blow dry. We have a data analyzer on the website. We have a fight simulator. We have an optimizer, a line mover tracker, a prop hunter, a tape index. All of that is available not just for this card, not just the next card, but UFC 324 as well. And as UFC 325 gets more fights announced to it, they'll be loaded in all of the tools as well. You want to run fight simulations for fights 3 weeks out? Go for it. You want to use the data analyzer to do research on fights after the jump? Go for it. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, $10 for an entire month. Opening up the UFC 323 main card, we have Jan Blachowicz taking on Bogdan Guskov. Jan Blachowicz, 29-11 in his career. He is 1-3-1 though. In his last 5, he's coming off that close loss to Carlos Ulberg, taking on Bogdan Guskov. 18-3 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 4-fight win streak. This is just a battle of if you think age matters or not. That's what this fight comes down to. You are either saying Jan Blachowicz is old and he's washed.
What?
You are either saying Jan Blachowicz is old.
What?
I'm trying to say it. I'm trying.
Oh, what'd you say before? Oh, God. It depends on what? What's your script say?
This isn't in the script.
Ad-libbing if you think age matters or not?
Correct.
That's what you're ad-libbing? Oh, God.
Correct. Because everybody picking against Jan is citing his age. People picking Jan are citing his skill set. So you either think the age is a genuine factor in this matchup or you do not. And that's what a lot of this is coming down to, because skill-wise, Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter. He still has power in his hands. He can squeak in a takedown or two. He's been competing at an insanely high level for a very long time. He's the former light heavyweight world champion. And yes, he has won 3-1 in his last 5. But the reality is those losses are quality. Lost a split decision to Alex Pereira.
3-1.
Yeah, it's backwards. He lost a split decision to Alex Pereira. A lot of people think he won. He lost a split decision to, or I don't even know if it was split. He lost to Carlos Ulberg in a fight that a lot of people think he won. And then he had a draw with Magomed Ankalaev. So he had a draw with a former world champion, a controversial split decision loss over the former and current world champion, and then he just beat the guy with the longest active win streak in the division, and the judges didn't see it that way. Jan Blachowicz is still viable at 42 years old. His leg kicks also look phenomenal in that fight, and he might use them here to slow down the very dangerous Bogdan Guskov. This guy's a heavy-handed guy, likes to come forward, he wants to throw big, he will mix things up. His striking is fast, and he does have some very real power, but if the striking's not worked for him, he might try to work in a takedown or two. They're not spectacular, but he is pretty good at closing that distance and getting you to the ground when he needs to. On top, he does have patience.
How
he does
tall
have
is
control.
Jan? Flip it real quick. 6'2"?
6'2". Look, he's literally leaning down. Look at his shoulders.
What are you talking about? My eyes are 3 inches taller than his eyes. You want to do the
look at
eye
his
game.
Shoulders and
you
neck.
want to play the eye game with fucking Jalin Turner. Look at my eyes compared to his eyes.
He is leaning down, dude.
I'm 6'5".
Okay. Bogdan Guskov is very, very dangerous. Not the better fighter, though. So people are either looking at this and saying, this dude's 42 years old, he loses. They're looking at this and saying, this dude can't win. He's won 3-1 in his last 5. Or they're looking at this skill for skill objectively. If you look at it skill-wise, Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter, so I have to pick Jan Blachowicz. That doesn't make him a good bet, though. He is 42 years old. Bogdan Guskov is dangerous. Now, we haven't seen Jan look chinny, so I have no reason to suspect that he'll get knocked out. But age is a factor here. I'm just not going to make it the primary factor. Jan Blachowicz is the better fighter. Therefore, Jan Blachowicz is the pick, and seems to be the odds are following that direction as well, because this was even money the first time I broke it down just a few weeks ago. What do you think? Oops, I was already on this slide. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I was like one of the first people a few years ago to kind of call out the fallacy or the whole Polish power kind of bullshit for Jan Blachowicz. I mean, in his UFC, I can't remember what it is, but he's got like 6 knockdowns in his entire UFC career. A lot of them were early on in his career. And a lot of people are going to base their picks and their bets on what they remember about the Carlos Ulberg fight. Oh, Jan's still that guy because he almost beat Ulberg. And Ulberg is way better than Bogdan. So I got to go with Jan here, even though he's old because of the Ulberg performance. I would encourage everybody to rewatch that fight. That fight, honestly, it seemed like it was close, but I watched that fight and nothing from Jan looked like old Jan. There wasn't really pressure. There wasn't really snap on the shots. He tried the calf kicks. Ulberg was just kind of doing typical Ulberg dance around the outside. And there's even a point in that fight in the second round where you could tell Ulberg realized, oh, this guy's kind of got nothing left. Because then Ulberg starts moving forward, which you don't really see that from Ulberg too often. Like, he was moving forward on Jan, then Jan was backing up, and then he started doing the Ulberg thing, backing up again. But he was out-pointing, out-touching Jan. And I watched that. I promise you, if you rewatch that fight, you're going to look at a Jan and be like, yeah, I mean, it was kind of, he was moving forward a little bit, but there was nothing in that fight that looked like he should be a fucking favorite at 42 years old. And I understand people don't love Bogdan. He lost in his debut. He hasn't really fought the competition. Definitely nobody as good as like a Jan, but the guy can hit hard. He is a good striker. He's improved the wrestling. And if a Jan comes in and thinks like, maybe I'll just go back to my wrestling and grappling, I don't think that's going to work. And if you watch that Ulberg fight in the third round, Jan was kind of slowing down. I mean, it looked like he was kind of, and there wasn't a whole lot of action in that fight. It was a lot of just kind of tit-tat. There wasn't a lot of pressure on his end. There wasn't a lot of pressure in his face. And he was kind of worn down at the end of that third round of that Uberg fight. So I know Bogdan might start slowing down, but this feels to me like Jan's going to come in, try to press it forward, get touched up, and Bogdan's going to get in his face, and Bogdan's going to have either the bigger moments or Bogdan can find a knockout against Jan, in my opinion. So I got to go Bogdan here, and there was just nothing in that Uber fight that I saw from Jan that looked like old Jan. No pressure, no big power shots, no speed. You know, if he was to crazy pressure Bogdan, but I just don't think he's that guy. He never really was that guy, but I just don't think he's that guy. So I know people love Jan. I like Jan. He's a good guy, but I got to go Jan. I got to get a Bogdan here.
Yeah, listen, I picked Jan. I don't hate your Bogdan pick because you got there using the skills. Where most people, and even in the chat right now, most people are getting there with, Jan's 42. Jan's 40. But he hasn't looked 42. He's not.
He did last fight.
I don't think
if you rewatch that fight, you'd be like, yeah.
I think he was just a little tentative to engage, which is why he was leaning very heavily with the calf kicks. And I think that mostly had to do with the fact that Carlos Ulberg is known as one of the better strikers in the division, professional kickboxer. And then somebody commented here, Carlos Ulberg isn't that good. Carlos Ulberg literally has the longest active win streak in this division. The longest win streak in the division, more than anybody. And yeah, it's not against the highest level of competition, but he's winning consistently over and over and over
Caleb.
again.
Yes, Caleb.
What was the question?
Don't worry about it. Why don't you go sit down on a toilet? Are you worried Jan can out-grapple Bogdan? I don't think he's that guy in his career anymore. The only person that's really kind of mauled is Izzy. And Bogdan, although he had those discrepancies probably early, like if this was 3 years ago, I would say yes. But Bogdan at this point, at that fucking, what's that, their fucking gym called? Him and Vettori, I mean, he's like best friends with Vettori, or it's a Vettori Walker, right? I always think it's Victor.
Walter.
Right? Walter, yeah. I knew I always get fucked up. Walter Walker, him and Walter BFFs, and I think even Piotr Jan's been. Obviously, he's a little bit different size, but I think he's cleaned up the wrestling and grappling enough. It's got to be Jan's got to stay in his face and try to wear this guy down, and I just don't think Jan's that guy anymore.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I get it. I don't have an issue with picking Bogdan. I picked Jan because I just think he's the better fighter. I think he has more skills. I think he's the better fighter. He's been fighting at a higher level, fighting a better level of competition. I haven't seen him look chinny yet, and that's really Bogdan's path to victory here. With all that being said, and I was very clear about this in the other two videos I broke this fight down, I'm not betting on Jan, and you shouldn't either, especially at minus 145. If Jan Blachowicz was somehow the dog, which he was for a minute or two there, then, okay, maybe an inside the distance decision, no action, or maybe a small dog bet. But I would not be betting Jan Blachowicz as a favorite here because there still are question marks.
And someone said what changed in 3 years? He was still old 3 years ago. It has more to do with Bogdan, you fucking retard.
No, I mean, I
improved. You stupid fuck.
Well, the funny part is actually, he didn't say that to you. He asked somebody in the chat that.
I know. His point stands. He's fucking stupid.
Oh.
Stupid ass. Stupid fuck. You stupid. Yo,
what's funny about that is I was praising you with you got to your pick using the skills and not the age. And most people are going to lean on the age.
Yeah, you don't care about age, apparently. You said it's,
I said
you said it's up to the person to determine if age should matter.
I said this pick likely comes down to how much you factor age in.
Your quote was, sometimes age may not matter.
Not sometimes age may not matter. Said, do you think age matters?
Age is very important.
Yeah, because you're cruising by the high school to grab girls. So yes, in that scenario, it is unbelievably important.
I can't believe they did away with recess.
They get away with it?
No, they did away with it. It used to be
easier. They don't let them outside anymore. Yeah. I wonder why. Yeah. Indoor recesses.
Dude, it had to been easy back in the day. Holy shit. There's just kids all. We talked about it, but like when I grew up in the 90s, I was just fucking, my parents didn't give a fuck. You just went around with whatever. Oh, you can give me a ride home? Okay.
Dude, Jacob
we had no idea.
Every time he tells stories of his childhood, there's just like new little pieces unlocked. He will eventually get to the story where he went to the old
everything
neighbors.
Will unlock.
Yeah. He had old neighbors that didn't have their own children Yet all the neighborhood children would go into their basement and watch like Titanic.
We
It's
watched Titanic
ridiculous.
and they had Furbies.
Think about
They had
that.
the Furbies waiting at the bottom of the stairs, almost like lure us in. Like, look at
Yeah.
the Furbies. And we're like, oh, fuck, yeah, look at those Furbies. You guys
One
want to watch
day-
Titanic? Oh, titties? Hell yeah, throw on Titanic.
One day I'm going to make a random comment and it's just going to like unlock something and you're going to fucking cry. You're going to look like you're going to lose it on stream because you're going to be like, oh my God, the basement. Just all the visuals popping up. No, that's my no.
If anything, I think it made me a better person. I'm a great person.
I mean, you turned out good. Just keep what's suppressed because no good can come from digging that up.
It was like it wasn't like just me. It was like there was like 10 of us down there. It was like a lot of the neighborhood kids.
So bizarre, dude. I would never let my girls go to somebody's house that didn't also have children. And even then, if only the dad's home, depending on the family, half
The
the
guy
time
had
we
a
don't
new
let him do that
Corvette
either.
every
Yeah.
year. He had a brand new Corvette. We would always go look at his new Corvette
Dude,
too.
like, that's not okay, dude. Like, it's not okay.
He wasn't even the worst
No.
one. Literally, the guy across the street lived by himself, and anytime I came out to throw a football or a baseball in the air, I would throw it against. We had a brick above our garage. I throw it on the brick and catch it and throw it. Anytime I came out by myself, he would always come out. You want to play catch? You want to play catch? Play catch? You want to play catch?
Yeah, dude.
You want to play catch? That
No.
guy was like I knew, like even as a kid, I didn't even know what the fuck those type of people were. I was like, oh yeah, that guy's kind of a fucking weirdo. Literally, anytime I was out by myself, he's like, yeah. His biggest thing too, I would have a football. He'd be like, teach me how to throw a spiral. This guy's like fucking like 40 years old. I was like 12 years old. Hey, Jacob, teach me how to throw a spiral.
Thank
Let
God
me
you
see.
weren't swinging a golf club out there. He would want you holding his hips, swinging the club together, swinging like Happy Gilmore. Well, you were spared, I guess, or don't remember it, which is the same thing at this point. Jacob and I are split on the pick, and if you need a tiebreaker, go check out the website. We have an artificial intelligence. We got Artem. We got BetSam. We've got picks, bets, and tools. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the
Ooh,
top.
somebody said, what the fuck is a Furby? Wow, God.
I saw that comment.
We already
Unwell
answered this.
to... Oh, yeah, we did answer this.
Thank you for the donations on how. Unwell.
279 Canadian super chat from Big Maple Bets. Does this Furby smell like chloroform? And that's in.
No, I remember being conscious the whole time because I couldn't wait for those titties on Titanic, man. That was for a 90s kid, and those are some nice titties. Those are good looking titties.
That's also a crazy movie to show children.
There's a little sex scene in there. There's a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, it is a crazy movie to show.
the craziest part too is back in the day, VHSs. That came on 2 VHSs. They had to come down middle of the movie, switch out those VHSs. How you doing, kids? Popcorn, anything? Ice cream? Anybody want to come up and tickle?
Next up, at UFC 323, we have Henry Cejudo taking on Peyton Talbot. Henry Cejudo, 16-5 in his career, 2-3 in his last 5, riding at 3 fights. Skid taking on Peyton Talbot, 10-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that bounce back win. Henry Cejudo was the king of cringe. Henry Cejudo was triple C because he had an Olympic gold medalist. That's the first C for champ. He had a flyweight world championship and a bantamweight world championship. 3 world championships. So he was triple C. Then he became the king of cringe, quadruple C. And he had this full character built, and he had all this aura, and he was unbeatable for a couple of years, and then he retired. And it was, at the time, a contract dispute. But then he came back a few years later, and he just hasn't quite been the same. He gave up the best years of his life, but he is still, at his heart, an Olympic gold medalist. His striking style, he's got that like karate, long, lunging, in and out style. His accuracy, shooting takedowns, 46%. That's not terrible for this weight class, but he'll just shoot another one right behind it if he leans into a wrestling game plan. He is coming off that disaster that was an eye poke with Song Yadong at UFC Seattle. He's taking on Peyton Talbot. This dude is absolutely tremendous for this weight class. He's a flashy striker, lots of movement, good power. I can't emphasize enough how big he is for this weight class. His aura did take a massive hit a couple fights ago when he lost to Honey Barcelos because he couldn't defend takedowns, but he has rebounded nicely since then. And we saw glimpses of improved wrestling. He fought Felipe Lima. He won a couple of those scrambles. And all of a sudden, he wasn't so useless in a wrestling exchange. And we're in a weird era right now. We got Michael Morales taking over, all zesty, wearing dresses. We got Peyton Talbot getting it done.
That's for a festival, That's like a
there's
festival.
multiple.
So you can
that's
you can make fun of. It is for a cultural festival.
That one clip from the car is not the other ones.
What's the other ones, Angelo?
Where he's like twerking and snapping in the mirror on a different day at a different time.
He's not dressed up as a female. He's just I mean. Apparently you've never been around the Latino culture because I'm very in tune with Latino culture, and I'm in with the salsa dancing, the sultry, and getting in with the fucking in your hips and fucking. I mean, when you're in it, Angelo, and you're feeling something like this, sometimes you gotta hit it. Sometimes you set up the camera. Sometimes it ends up on a fucking. But where are my Latinos at? Back me up here, Bubba. Come on. Sometimes
I'm pretty sure he's out. Like, Peyton's out.
You're talking about Michael Morales.
I know, and I think I'm positive Peyton is. He's talked about it.
Is what?
Plays both sides of the fence.
Oh, he hangs out with Frank Ocean. What's up? What of it?
It's just nice to see integration. No, in all seriousness, no, Peyton Talbot is absolutely humongous. And he's fast and he's powerful. And I do think that's a factor here. I think Peyton Talbot got this matchup because he's back in the good graces. The UFC was looking to push him. The UFC was looking to promote him. They gave him an old-ass Hani Barcelos because the idea was this dude is old, he's slow, you're young, you're fast, you're a good-looking dude, you're marketable. Just get another couple of wins and we're going to push the shit out of you. But that's not what happened because he got taken down over and over and over. And he had almost no answer whatsoever for the wrestling despite being large and athletic. And if Henry Cejudo comes in here and is a wrestle-heavy game plan and just sticks to it, doesn't even try to strike, no bullshit, tries to Hani Barcelos his way here, he could absolutely win this fight. Because despite Peyton looking a little better in his last fight, you're not going to close that gap. The problem is that's not who Henry Cejudo is anymore. He barely wrestles. He doesn't attempt wrestling the way he used to. He is a shell of himself, and it's unfortunate. He's getting older. The UFC is spending a fortune on him every time he fights. And when they spend a fortune on him, they need high-profile fights. And they tried to do that. They gave him the Aljo fight. Didn't work. They gave him the Merab fight. Didn't work. Then they're like, all right, let's give you a fight that maybe you can win, maybe you won't, but it's a top 5 person. You're a main event. Didn't work because of the eye poke. Now they're like, we're going to spend our money to build up the other person. And that's what we have here. I'll be rooting for Henry. I've been a Henry guy since long before his UFC career. Peyton Talbot's probably going to win this fight because I don't think Henry is going to wrestle, and Peyton's just too damn big. Peyton Talbot's going to be the pick here. Not betting on it because I will be full-blown rooting for Henry Cejudo. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I think what it comes down to is Henry Cejudo is not Merab. He's not Merab. He might get a takedown or two on Peyton Talbot, but Peyton Talbot proved in his last fight versus Felipe Lima that he's done with just getting held down. Hani was able to kind of hold him down a little bit. But Peyton also showed that fight that he didn't ever give up. Like, he reversed a couple positions. He was kind of dogging. People were like, oh, Felipe's going to come in. He's going to do the same thing. And people were really surprised that Peyton had some scrambling abilities. And Henry Cejudo has to Merab Peyton Talbot because he's not a control guy. I mean, he's not like an Aljo who's going to backpack you. He's not a guy that's just going to lay on top of you and half guard like an Islam. He's kind of a rinse and repeat wrestler. He can get the takedowns, but especially his size, he's going to struggle climbing the back or throwing hooks in or fucking, just holding this guy to the ground. And if you're not Merab, it's hard to Merab people when you're not a fucking Merab. The guy's a fucking freak of nature. So unless Henry Cejudo is coming in and shooting, 20 takedowns and getting 7 of them and extending, doing what he's just not that guy. I actually think that he's got an okay chance on the feet. He's actually a pretty good striker. He was a guy that actually did hurt a guy like Merab. The issue is, while he was having some success against like a Song Yadong, I mean, Song Yadong was leaking. He was laying in some good shots on Song Yadong. By the way, we love our Asians. I just had I don't know. I heard Song Dong in my head, and I just sometimes it's like a demon. It's yeah. Song Dong was just kind of standing in front of him, throwing a jab, eating a jab, kind of just in the pocket boxing. And if Peyton Talbot just stands in the pocket, Henry Cejudo's going to have a decent chance to land some shots and do all of this type of stuff. But Peyton Talbot's a little bit of a different striker. He keeps the range. He keeps the kicks, the front kicks. He's long with the strikes. He will crash in. And I just think it's a little bit different. So I don't see the wrestling for Henry to win this fight. I think his best chance is just try to get in the pocket, make this a dirty slugfest, go all out, maybe be able to find a shot. But I think the minus 260, minus 250, whatever it is for Peyton Talbot, or whatever it closes at, I think it's warranted. Henry Cejudo's not going to Merab the guy, and he's an underrated striker, but I think the range is going to give him an issue there. So yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, I unfortunately agree. Like I said, I've been following Henry's career. I bought his book after he won the Olympics. He wrote a book. I bought that. I read that. I'm a Henry Cejudo fan. It's just
is that the last book what's the last book you've ever read?
That is literally the last book I read. And I think I've only read like cover to cover 3 books my whole life, including school. And it was the Henry Cejudo book, Ray Romano's autobiography, and Tim Allen's autobiography. Ray Romano's wasn't that good. Tim Allen had a wild fucking life. Dude went to jail for selling cocaine.
You know who had a wild life that you should read their book is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I mean, he's got a wild story. He's got a wild story to tell, and I think if you were focused on that book,
where can I get a copy of that?
You know, it's the most stolen
any
book
hotel room anywhere in this country.
You know, it's the most stolen book of all time.
That is.
The Bible is. Yeah.
It's free in hotel rooms. Of course, people are stealing it. So are robes. People stealing those too.
Or
like it's just there.
Yeah, maybe the Quran or something.
I don't think people are stealing them from stores. They're stealing them from hotel rooms. It's just in hotel rooms everywhere. It's crazy.
I don't think people that are getting hotel rooms are stealing Bibles, Angelo. I think people
are
stealing. I think that people
stealing a Bible is actually kind of a crazy thing to do.
No, I think it's like you're in a tough spot, and that's the last. You're just trying to.
You're stealing it because you need it.
You steal it, and you steal it because it's necessary, and you're just trying to find the last bit of whatever you need to find.
I don't know. I don't steal, Jacob. You know why I don't steal?
Because
I follow the Bible.
So you think that
thou
like Peyton Talbot
shall. I grew up insanely religious, but then you get older and you just sort of loosen up.
Whoa.
I was raised by immigrants as a Roman Catholic.
God. Oh my God.
Look, you want to see the passport?
Oh my God.
Here, passporto. Okay.
I don't even know what you try to prove when you keep saying that over.
Well, now it's just a bit like when you would show the freaking picture of what's her name constantly. What's that woman's name?
I don't even.
You always showed the picture together. Here's the thing. I'll be rooting for Henry. Peyton wins this fight. If you want to bet on him, bet on him. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I would love it because this is Henry's retirement fight, by the way. He has said it multiple times. So I'll be rooting for Henry to. We don't get to see some of our favorite fighters. No.
The David Goggins book is a really good book.
Run, pussy. Why aren't you running, pussy? It just calls you a pussy page after page. You fat pussy.
He doesn't even narrate it. I listened to it when I moved here. I listened to it on the way on my drive. It's a crazy story. He grew up in Indiana. Tough. I mean,
tough streets of Indiana. If you do want to check out all the picks, all the bets, all the tools, if you want to ride with Henry.
Have you ever been scared to throw your setup?
What?
You ever bang on anyone?
What?
If you had a set, how would it look? How would you throw it up?
What set? Okay. Go to the website. $10 super chat from Korean Murderer 88. Don't forget Krispy Kreme. Koo is Korean. I don't get it.
Thank you for the $9.99.
We appreciate you. I don't get that. Thank you for the super chat. Next up, we have Brandon Moreno taking on Tatsuro Taira in a very, very important fight for this division. We have former world champion Brandon Moreno taking on potential future title challenger Tatsuro Taira. Brandon Moreno, 23-8 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on that 2-fight win streak, taking on Tatsuro Taira. 17-1 in his career, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off that bounce back win. Brandon Moreno, as we all know by now, former flyweight champion of the world. He's one of the division's best. He's an absolute dog. He's got that unorthodox style. He can land clean. He can move forward. He can get takedowns. He's never going to quit. He can set an incredible pace. He's awkward, and that awkwardness does
loves
set
Legos.
up.
So does Baron Trump loves Legos.
Does he really? That kid's like 6'8". And he is coming off that decision win over Steve Erceg. He's taking on Tatsuro Taira. Tatsuro Taira is still pretty young. He came into the UFC, I believe, at 23. He's 25 now, starting to build up the experience, starting to work his way up the chain. This is certainly the toughest fight of his career thus far. Style-wise, he is a patient striker. There's some decent power in the mix, but for the most part, he wants to close the distance, get the fight to the ground, and control from there. If he gets the fight to the ground, he's got spectacular control, can try to find some submissions. He is coming off that win over Hyung-Sung Park where he knocked him down, took him down, and submitted him all in one fight. This is a really good matchup. This is a really fun fight. And when I first broke it down, the odds were dead even. It was -110, -110. And I said, I'm going to pick Brandon Moreno here, but if you agree with me, if you're also going to pick Brandon Moreno, I need you to comment the support because I feel like the Tatsuro Taira fans are going to come for blood, as they do. And that's not what happened. There was an enormous amount of love for Brandon Moreno. And there were no Tatsuro Taira fans. I didn't see anybody on the Tatsuro Taira side. Nobody. And maybe we'll see some in the chat here, but I didn't see any in the comments. And that's a bit surprising because I recognize this is a competitive fight. Brandon Moreno certainly has more experience. He's probably the better striker. The unorthodoxness helps him. But Tatsuro Taira is good. He's evolving. His striking is pretty good. Tatsuro Taira can make this competitive. I'm ultimately going to lean Brandon because I think he's just too good and he's fought the better level of competition. If we look at Taira's wins, they don't quite hold up. The best fighter he fought beat him in Brandon Royval. Before that, the wins are against a bunch of people that are no longer in the UFC. Since then, he beat Alex Perez, but he lost that first round on every judge's scorecard, and then Alex Perez's knee blew out because Tatsuro was on his back. Meanwhile, Brandon Moreno's had some ups and downs. He's not the cleanest fighter in the world, but he is gritty, he is tough, he is durable, he will get in your face. I don't see Taira beating him in the wrestling. Therefore, it's going to come down to the striking, and while Taira might be technically a little more clean, Brandon Moreno's just going to keep moving forward, set a pace, and he's got that awkward, like Dominic Cruz, herky-jerky style that will work for him. Brandon Moreno is going to be the pick. The odds are yo-yoing a bit. I'm going to keep an eye on him. If they continue to widen for some reason, I might sprinkle a little bit on Moreno here. Great fight. Matters for the division. I'm going to go on the Moreno side. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm going to need help, and maybe you know this. I'm going to need help from my Korean murderer friend in the chat. I just learned this.
Korean, not Japanese.
Oh, thank you. Apparently, the Japanese and Koreans don't like each other. I just learned that. Apparently, the Japanese were not very kind. I think it was in World War II to like the Chinese and the Koreans. But correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Korean in the chat, or if there's any Japanese viewers in the chat. Apparently, they don't really like each other, which I didn't know that. But apparently, that's a thing. Here's what I'll say. Getting back to the brass tacks about this fight. This seems like a very easy fight to break down to me. I believe that Brandon Moreno is the better fighter, overall fighter. Brandon Moreno is the better fighter. He's the tried and true champion. He's the better striker. Maybe not the best better pure grappler or wrestler or whatever, but he knows what he's doing in those exchanges. I don't think Taira's going to come in, take his back, submit him, and get out of here just all clean like that. Here's what we need to take in consideration. Number one, 3-round fight. First time Moreno's fought a 3-round fight since 2020. A lot of times when you're fighting 5-round fights, you get into that feeling out. When you have a 5-round fight, you can kind of do the kind of Brandon Moreno kind of, feint and see what they got, kind of just play the first round out, and then you got 4 more rounds. 3-round fight, first round's close, you're kind of fucking up a little bit. Second point, when it comes down to a 3-round fight, Brandon Moreno has been taken down at least once in 9 of his last 10 fights. The only fight where he wasn't was in his last fight against Urseg. Urseg didn't attempt a takedown. So every time somebody's attempted a takedown, they've taken him down. And if you're getting taken down by Tyra, typically you lose the round. You might not get finished, but watch the Brandon Royval. He got taken down in the second, 4 minutes and 15 seconds on control. Got taken down in the fourth, 4 minutes and something on the control. I know Brandon Moreno can probably stay safe, but typically, if you're getting taken down by Tyra, you're going to lose the round. Brandon Moreno has been taken down 9 of his last 10 fights. You have to assume at some point Tyra is going to get a takedown, so there's a round gone. Now you got 2 rounds to play with. He's got to win one of them to win the fight. It's a close fight, man. This is in my mind, it comes down to, is Tyra going to get, because I don't think Tyra's going to win striking. He's improving the striking. He's striking on the outside. Moreno's going to be in his face. He's going to be outbox him. It's going to come down to, is Tyra going to get that takedown to win that second round, to have that control? And honestly, at this point, I think it's going to happen. Like, I feel like it's going to happen to where Brandon Moreno is just so used to these 5-round fights that he just isn't going to have that sense of urgency early. He's going to drop around. Maybe it's a close first round. Then he gets taken down. Now it's a scorecard. This, to me, has a close decision either way written all over it. It just comes down to, is Tyra going to get kind of that second takedown to win that second round, to win that decision? I think he can kind of dog that shit out. And that Royval fight, he was fucking dying. I think like almost after that second round, tough that shit out through 5 rounds. I think that was a great learning experience. It's close. People that are playing Moreno, I get it. I just think Tyra was able to dog out a couple takedowns, get all that control, and be able to win this decision. So, I'm not betting Tyra as a favorite. People chasing, Moreno. It's not really a chase. I think he's got it. I think he's a better fighter. I think Moreno's the better fighter.
Yeah, but this is great matchmaking. This is a really cool fight, and I'm okay with almost any outcome here, because if Tyra wins and we got some fresh blood in the division, he can work his way up, maybe get him to a title shot, and try to make, because if we're going to talk about the Pantoja fight next, but if Pantoja wins that fight, then what? What the hell do we have left for Pantoja? So to get some fresh blood in there would be exciting. Brandon Moreno wins this. You could kind of argue and squeeze him against Pantoja. They've already fought, I think, 3 times. So that would be a 4th time.
4 times, I think.
They fought 4 times already?
Including an exhibition, right?
The last one was very competitive. I was there in person. It was very competitive. It was like a late takedown that got it done. But, I'm all for fresh blood here. So if Tatsuro Taira wins this fight, great. Like, fresh blood. Let's build something. Let's make something happen. But I do think Moreno wins this fight. Lots of comments in the chat talking about everybody's on Moreno, therefore Moreno's going to lose. I just like to remind people, I did that pick and breakdown before the odds even existed. And then when we got the odds, I updated the graphics and filmed the video weeks ago, long before anybody else. So I am not jumping on any bandwagon here. Go check the timestamps and when I did my original full card breakdown for this. I'm on the Moreno side. Jacob's on the Moreno side. Most of you are on the Moreno side. So why is he the underdog? If you want to check out any picks, bets, or tools that we have, not just for this card, but the next card, UFC 324, it's all available right now on the website for $10. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. Next up, at UFC 323, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have the flyweight title on the line. We have Alexandre Pantoja taking on Joshua Van. Alexandre Pantoja, 30-5 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a nice 8-fight win streak, taking on Josh Van, 15-2 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 5-fight win streak. We all know who Pantoja is. He's going to come forward, will box you up a little bit, and he's going to grind, and then grind, and then grind. He's got that old man strength. He's got great takedowns, phenomenal control, and on the ground, he will finish you. He can get into a dogfight. He's got plenty of cardio. He'll push forward no matter what, and he just beat the piss out of Kai Kara France despite being screamed at the weigh-ins. He's taking on Joshua Van, a young kid with clean boxing and composure of a veteran. Joshua Van burst onto the scene against Zhalgas Zhumagulov on short notice, where he had incredible composure, defended a bunch of takedowns, let his hands go. Since then, he's looked very good in basically every fight. Charles Johnson did knock him stupid in the third round of that fight, but outside of that, he's fought a bunch of different guys, including wrestlers. Joshua Van just beat Brandon Royval in a fight where they set the all-time significant strike record, and that earned him this title fight. This is a good fight. And I think Joshua Van's a very good fighter, and I do think he loses here, but I think he earns himself another title shot. I don't think this is like a flash in the pan. He loses and he never does anything again. I think he loses this fight because it's a little too much too soon, and then we will see him in another title fight, potentially a future world champion. Joshua Van's got great pocket boxing. He's got an incredible chin. He doesn't even like swell or get red or bleed, and that will suit him well. But right now, Alexander Pantoja is too good. He has too much experience. If Cody Durden's taking you down a handful of times, Alexander Pantoja is going to do whatever the hell he wants. It's just that simple. I think Pantoja comes forward, gets the takedowns, holds him down, potentially even submits him here. I love Pantoja's composure, but I think this is literally too much too soon. Pantoja's the pick, and I am shocked that these are the odds. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, the odds are definitely a talking point, because somebody also, I think, tweeted me and was like, why isn't Pantoja minus 500? So I started looking at Pantoja fight odds in the past, and this is the second, or I think the highest opening odds he's had versus anybody. You're looking at Kai Kara-France, only opened minus 215. Kai Asakura, he opened minus 235. Steve Erceg, he opened minus 250. Brandon Royval minus 250. Brandon Moreno, he opened as a fucking dog. I think the second time, plus 144. Alex Perez was minus 275. So you got Joshua Van, he opened at minus 270. So while it doesn't seem like, why isn't Pantoja like minus 500? He's still opening as a pretty big favorite, compared to what he is, versus other people as well. So
he's just always disrespected.
Yeah, I would say it's more about the smaller guys are just always so good. You don't see a ton of finishes in the smaller division, even though Pantoja does get finishes, and they're just always so skilled. I think it's more of a skill thing why you're not seeing, because I think the respect to Joshua Van is warranted. Plus 100. I think it should probably be like a plus 250, plus 300. Pantoja can definitely look like a minus 500, minus 600 favorite. But Joshua Van has shown enough. Joshua Van has shown enough that he is he got knocked out by Charles Johnson, but he can box. He knows how to wrestle. He's a tough guy. He's got cardio. People are saying that the fight extends, like, it could be trouble for Pantoja. I'm willing to look. Pantoja's just such a fucking bulldog. He's such a bully. He's going to be head and shoulders above Joshua Van in the grappling game. If you listen to Joshua Van this week, I don't know if he's just bullshitting or whatever. He said, I don't have it. We're not game planning for Pantoja. I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to win the fight. I'm going to figure it out while I get there. You can't really game plan or this and that. I will say, I love, and I've talked about Joshua Van in the past, I love his confidence. The guy on the embedded, the last episode is watching himself on the treadmill. He looks at the camera. He's like, I love watching myself. Joshua Van's a fun dude. He's a confident dude, but he just shouldn't be on this level. If he wins, it's going to be, in my opinion, a much bigger surprise than a plus 200 dog, because I would price Pantoja minus 400, minus 500 in this matchup. The submission bet, I put it on Twitter when it went live on BetOnline, plus 275 is what it opened. I think it's like plus 105 now for Pantoja. I know everyone is chasing that submission bet. I wouldn't be surprised. Pantoja's got good striking as well. He can throw some hot shit sometimes, good kicks, all that stuff. And if the fight extends, I picked Brandon Moreno against Pantoja for the same reason people are picking Joshua Van. I said he can withstand the nonsense, and then he's just going to take over. Pantoja's going to slow down. And then I watched this guy Pantoja like a man possessed, just dogging these fucking takedowns. Ty just fucking dragging. And if he's doing that to a guy like Brandon Moreno in 3-4-5, Joshua, this whole Pantoja at the second round, I'd be worried. The guy just he's a man possessed in there, man. He's called the cannibal for a reason. He comes out the fucking mini-man, 50 Cent. That dude's built fucking different. It's no disrespect to Joshua, Pantoja just should be on another level. I got all sorts of money on him, and I'm willing to look stupid if he doesn't get it done. It is what it is.
Yeah, we're completely aligned on that pick. And it's going to be interesting. Let's say he does run through Josh Van. It's going to be interesting because, like, Demetrius Johnson is known as the GOAT. As he should. Like, if you look at the stats are insane. Nobody will ever have the amount of title defense. Like, that'll just never happen. It just won't. But he fought a different level of competition. The people he was fighting are just, some of them were just not good. Some were good, but a giant portion of them were just not very good. And it was a new weight class. It was the little guys. It wasn't established yet. Now Alexandre Pantoja is fighting in a more established 125-pound division and is running through people, finding finishes. They have to bring people in from other organizations. He's finishing them. It's crazy what Pantoja's doing in there. And if he runs through Josh Van, it's like he beat young prospects. He's beating old vets. He's beating everybody. And he should be in that conversation.
Yeah, and against some guys, like the whole, like you said, Cody Durden is taking him down. But against a guy like Cody Durden, you can just kind of have that, I'll just get up. Like, I'll just fucking, and that's kind of what it was. Like, he knows how to get up. He's an athlete. He's strong. He knows how to dig up. When Pantoja gets on it, people just don't get up, man. They just, dude, he flows on him. He gets the back. It's like just a different level than anything that Joshua Van could ever prepare for. Like, even if you have good, like, you can't prepare for it. And maybe he's able to get it done and whatever, but the grappling pressure that Pantoja can bring, and he's not all grappling. Like, he can strike, he can get in your face, he can throw good kicks. Like, he just mixes it. He's just so good, man. He's so good.
Yeah, I'm on the Pantoja side. I think he gets it done. I appreciate the value we're getting here with this line. Josh Van, like I said, I think he's good, and I think he will end up back here at some point. This is just too much too soon. If you want to check out the artificial intelligence, what that has to say, if you want to run this fight through the fight simulator and see what it thinks the outputs are so you can go ahead and bet on takedowns or strike lines, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. It's freaking $10. You'll unlock all of it instantly. No upsell, no cross-sell. Every single thing we offer is unlocked with one click. Next up, at UFC 323, we have the main event of the evening. We have Merab Dvalishvili taking on Petr Yan in a rematch. A couple of things are happening here. One, this is a rematch. Two, this is the last pay-per-view potentially of all time. And three, Merab Dvalishvili will be setting a record for the first person to ever defend their belt 4 times in one calendar year. Alex Poatan did it, but it wasn't a calendar year. He did 4 times in 12 months, but not a full-blown calendar year. So lots going on here. As I mentioned, this is a rematch. It's a rematch from about 2.5 years ago. Rumor was Petr Yan's hand was broken in that fight, so a lot of people are looking at this fresh.
It was Merab's hand that was broken.
It was Merab's hand broken in that fight?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck are people? What the fuck?
Yeah, Merab's hand was broken.
What an absolute joke. I've never been more confident in my life. We have Merab Dvalishvili, 21-4 in his career, 5-0 in his last 5 on a 12-fight win streak, taking on Petr Yan, 19-5 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5 on a 3-fight win streak. This is a rematch, as I mentioned, and 2.5 years ago, it wasn't a close fight. It just was not close. Merab had 11 takedowns. He had 7 minutes of control. He landed 2.5 times the amount of strikes. And that was our first glimpse into who Merab is now. That was when Merab really turned the corner and became the machine, because that's exactly who he is and how he fights now. He comes forward. He gets as many takedowns as he wants. His striking is improving. He's never been more comfortable with it.
No, I guess they're both broken. Merab's was definitely broken. I didn't know about Yan's, so I guess they're both broken.
The only reason I said that is because I've done this breakdown multiple times. And I was surprised how many people are picking Yan in this fight. A shocking amount of people are picking Yan. And all of them are citing the fact, well, his hand was broken in the first fight. That's why he lost. And I get it, because Petr Yan is the striker in this matchup, a very good striker. He's clean, he's fast, he's technical, he's powerful. He is the former world champion. He's been there. He's achieved greatness. He averages a couple of takedowns per fight as well, because he can squeeze in takedowns. He's got good takedown defense. And when I typically break down rematches, I sit here and I say, I don't care about the first fight, right? If the first fight was 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't care. Fighters improve. Things change. To look at a fight from 4 years ago and think it's going to be the exact same fight again is a crazy thing to do. But if you go back and look at their first fight, Merab ran through Petr Yan. It was not a competitive fight. He ran through him. So to now do it 2.5 years later where Merab looks better than he ever has, and yes, Petr is good, but he's not improving at the same rate that Merab is. I don't know how you could look at this and be like, Petr's going to win this fight. Outside of, yeah, Petr hits really, really hard. Merab, this will be his 4th fight in a year. He's cutting weight 4 times. Maybe he'll be run down. He's been known to be a little chinny. Maybe he gets caught. I don't hate that if that's where you're going with this. But the reality is everybody going on and on and on about Petr winning this fight and his hand was broken and he's going to smoke Merab. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't see how Petr all of a sudden went from getting taken down 11 times to defending all the takedowns. Where I've seen Merab, on the other hand, make giant improvements in the striking, giant improvements in the grappling. Merab has looked better than ever. Petr's good. There's no way he closed the gap from the first fight, not at the rate that Merab is improving. Merab's the pick, unbelievably confident. Even minus 400 seems pretty fair. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I've been on record. I've been definitely a Merab. I would just call me a hater. I've been a Merab hater in the past. I picked Sean against him twice. I picked fucking Umar against him. And then I learned my lesson, and I said I'm never picking it. Merab just got too good. I mean, he got too comfortable in the striking. Too good in the striking that there's just nobody left that's going to beat him. So I picked him against Corey. He got that fight done. And I just said, I've been very vocal. Like, I've been a Merab hater, and I'm for that reason, I'm literally never going to pick against him again. Until right fucking now. I got to do it again. I have to do it again because these odds are so disrespectful to the level of competition that fucking Petr Yan is. He is such a high-level fighter. If he came in, let's say they both got broken hands or whatever, it would definitely affect Petr Yan a little bit more, but there's 2 things that in my opinion, are pretty big here. Number one is, regardless of the broken hands or whatever, that calf kick, and maybe he's able to do it again, but that calf kick really fucked up Petr Yan. He was forced into the southpaw. I think it was either side. I can't remember what calf it was, but he was forced into a specific stance the entire time. If that doesn't happen again, I think it's a much different fight, be able to, with the footwork and that and shooting the takedowns. Number 2 is, which is almost a combo thing, is there's no way, I don't know, maybe he can. There's no way this dude's shooting 50 takedowns again. I don't think he wants to shoot 50.
There's no way.
I don't think he wants to shoot 50 takedowns again. As he is getting more comfortable, he is getting better in the striking. You see in the fights, he is striking a lot more. And what Merab has never been great at is control. And what Petr Yan is pretty good at is getting out. Yeah, you might take him down, but he's back to his feet. He's back to space. There was even points in that first fight where it was Petr Yan on top of Merab on the ground. People think for this to be as clear-cut as the first fight, which would warrant the minus 400 price tag or whatever it turns into, there has to be another 50 takedown attempts because this guy isn't going tit for tat in the striking to a guy like Petr Yan if he's got both stances in both his hands, in my opinion. And if Merab all of a sudden is comfortable in the striking, these rounds are a lot closer. And if the rounds are a lot closer, now you got this minus 400 favorite where you're like, he got a little bit of control cage time. He allowed a little bit of control time, a little bit of this. But Petr's landing the more strikes. He's doing this. He's doing that. In my opinion, Merab probably is going to win this fight. But this is almost a pick for value. And I hate the value bullshit because a good value play in a losing bet is just a losing bet, in my opinion. But as a pick, as a bet Saturday, I'm going with Petr Yan because I just don't think it's going to be as dominant. And if it's not as dominant, those are real fucking close rounds. And I don't even think it was that crazy dominant. I think it was overwhelming for a guy that had apparently a broken hand and no left leg. But, Petr Yan's a good fucking fighter, man. He's a good fucking fighter. And if Merab comes in, as you mentioned, everyone thought, I sat here, we all already are, was just rolling everybody. And all of a sudden, it's like RDR was like, yeah, I just fucking got tired, you know? I just fucking cut too much. I got tired. You know, Merab comes in. It's like, holy shit. I don't know. It just feels like this is. I think he's overpriced. I mean, you know, it's fucking good, man. I'm thinking PR.
We could not be farther from each other here. We're very far because I'm very confident in Merab, and you're not just a little confident in Piotr. So we're pretty far here. I'm
just
surprised
a
to hear.
confident. I haven't bet Piotr. I'm not crazy confident. I just said Merab probably should win. I'm just as a value play.
Well, the transition was me being like, I think minus 400 are great odds. You're like, these are the horrible odds. So we're.
I mean, it seems like a minus. I mean, Pantoja only being minus. I mean, it feels like it should be minus 250. If Pantoja is minus 250 over fucking Joshua
No, but
Vaden,
not if Pantoja, because you said you would make Pantoja minus 500.
That's what I'm saying. But the odds are what they are. If Pantoja, if the people have priced Pantoja at minus 250, I think Merab should be minus 250.
So minus 400 translates to. Sorry, let me look at the line movement tracker here. 77%. So if they fight 100 times, Merab wins.
Yeah, I know too. Burr, I think it is. I think he was just a little bit overwhelmed. I don't think it was a talent issue. I don't think it was a technical issue. He just seemed a little bit overwhelmed. He couldn't get his legs under him. If he had a broken hand, that plays a part as well. And I mean, he stuffs a few takedowns. They start striking and stuff. I mean, it's just fucking. This gets interesting.
I'm just so surprised by the community because I thought that the Tatsuro Taira fight would be the most controversial one on the card. It's not. It's this one. The amount of love coming in on Piotr Jan is a bit surprising because where was that love in what I thought was a screw job with Sean O'Malley? I didn't think Sean O'Malley beat him. I thought he got screwed in that fight, but nobody agreed. Everybody was on the Sean O'Malley side. Where was the love then? There's only love now. I think this is more, not for you specifically, because you broke it down like intelligently. I think this is more residual Merab hate than this is actual love for Piotr Jan.
I mean, it is. I've been saying forever. I can't. God. I don't think at this point Merab is good, but there was a time when Merab just wasn't good. He was just overwhelming people, and I think the Piotr Jan, the first one, he just overwhelmed Piotr, and he won the fight, and hats off to him. I mean, shooting 50 takedowns is fucking insane, but if he doesn't just overwhelm him, which he might, he might. I mean,
why wouldn't he though? Like, what makes you think he wouldn't?
Because he's been striking
more lately. That's what he's been doing.
He's been striking more lately, and this isn't a fucking Corey Sandhagen. This isn't a Sean O'Malley. This is, and the Umar fight I think was a lot closer, and people want to.
He lost. He objectively, Umar's the only person I think can beat Merab. He lost the first two rounds.
But here's what I said on my live stream when the people were asking me about this fight is if anybody is going to beat Merab, I don't think it's Umar because Umar is too close to Merab. They kind of want to do the same type of stuff. I know Umar's got the striking and this and that, but he wants to mix in the wrestling. He wants to kind of be offensive. And Merab's just going to be able to outwork him just a little bit. You have to be a little bit contrasty to be able to beat Merab. That's why I thought Sean O'Malley, but Sean O'Malley is more of a one shot, and Merab's too good at this point to just kind of eat just kind of a one shot. But Piotr Jan is a guy that is just contrasting enough to where he can be a volume striker. He can be a good striker. He can defend the takedowns. He's not going to just get held down like a Sean O'Malley. It's like he's just contrasting enough to where I think he's got a fucking shot at this, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting fight. It's a good fight. There was a comment here earlier that said, Angelo, do you think Merab is forcing this fourth title defense? No, I don't think he's forcing shit. I think he's in phenomenal shape. I think he just trains all day, every day. He hasn't taken any damage this year. Obviously, he went into the Umar fight with like his shin a bloody mess and infected, all that crap. But outside of that, he has taken no damage. He beat the shit out of Sean O'Malley the second time. He beat the shit out of Corey Sandhagen. Like, he's looked fine. He's looked fine. He's not taking any damage. He's in unbelievable shape. So I don't think this is forced. I don't think the UFC is like, we need a favor. I think he's like, yeah, I'm ready, man. I got nothing to do. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I guess
so he's doing
a ton of money, yeah.
Yeah, well, and this is when you should. He went from being the UFC
What he
hated him,
should do
and
is-
fans.
He should
He went-
wait until 2026. We're eliminating income tax. If he was just wait a little bit longer.
And honestly, he might be the smartest person on the roster right now because I don't know what the pay structure is, but he, as the world champion, he's getting pay-per-view points. I don't know what happens in 2026 when there's no pay-per-views. I don't know how they're going to pay those fighters. This might be like, let me get this last massive paycheck before things get weird.
This fight goes 5 rounds. How many takedowns is Merab shooting?
Oh, it won't be as dramatic as the Corey fight. The Corey one was insane.
Because
How
he was
many
just
takedowns did he have
he was
in
just ragdolling.
Yeah, Piotr's got better takedown defense than Corey does, and Corey will play jiu-jitsu. Piotr won't. I don't know. He had 11 in their last fight.
No, I said attempts. Just
no,
attempts.
I know. He had 11 in their last fight. His cardio is better than it's ever been. He is striking more. I think he attempts in 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I think he attempts 35, 40.
I don't see it.
It'll be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I like Merab.
I think he shoots 20 and fucks up and loses this belt.
Because he strikes longer than he should.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if Merab starts shooting, and remember, this is, eventually I think people are going to, even judges are going to start turning on the just takedowns with no damage, rinse and repeat. This is Vegas
But it's not
judges.
no damage, though. Merab puts in work on top. Like it's
Not
no
against a
damage.
guy like Piotr. There was not really damage on Piotr. Yes,
that
on
was
other
Merab
people.
That was
But
Merab
a lot
3 years
that's
ago.
why the Umar fight was even like, it's kind of just rinse and repeat. Like, yeah, he's taking people down, but it's like, what's he doing with it? I mean, we could have those questions with the Vegas judges who have been kind of turning their nose against the kind of control wrestling these days.
Yeah, we'll see. It's hard to ignore his wrestling, though, because it is non-stop. I mean, it's just non-freaking stop. So, either way, the healthy debate, I love it. That's what makes these fights so damn interesting. If everybody's like, yeah, Merab, next fight, then maybe it wouldn't be. I'm more excited now than I was 2 weeks ago, because over the last 2 weeks, there's been a lot of people on the Jan side. You're on the Jan side, and so now I get to look forward to it and see what's actually going to happen here. And it's going to be a fun one. Last pay-per-view of the year, last pay-per-view of all time. So if you want to get it in, get it in. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It's freaking $10. Check out every pick, every bet, every tool along the way. And don't forget to subscribe. We don't ask you guys enough. If you don't want to become a premium member, it's okay. Subscribe over here on YouTube. If you do want to become a premium member, thank God, we appreciate you. And you can subscribe over here. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Next couple of weeks, there is a nonstop content train. I promise you, you will get a UFC 324 breakdown the Sunday after UFC
Jake.
Vegas 112, 325 right after that. This coming Friday, the UFC is doing some big press conference announcing a whole bunch of shit. All of those fights will be broken down as well, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single damn thing. We got a couple of vlogs to film before the rest of the year. If you want to send something for the vlogs, We Want Picks, P.O. Box 406 in Prosper, Texas, 75078. And on the website, you have full access to everything. I got a text from the developer just now. Our tools have been updated to include UFC 324. As of right now, if you go to the website and you want to do research for UFC 324, you can use a data analyzer. It's fully loaded. The fight simulator is fully loaded. You won't need the optimizer for 324, but all the other tools are ready to go. We have a prop hunter. We have a line movement tracker. We have a tape index. And we have more than just me and beautiful Jake. We got Artem. We got BetSam. And we have an artificial intelligence. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. Unlock freaking all of it. It's $10 for an entire month. Jacob, any last words for the people?
Saturday live stream. We're coming off one of the greatest of all time, so make sure you subscribe and join. Join me. I can't do anymore.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys being here. We flexed to like 700 at one point.
Be a
so
member,
thanks for
guys.
being
These
here.
guys been winning me money for years now, says Lorenz Payumo. We appreciate you.
There we go. We absolutely appreciate you. Thank you guys for being here. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and check out Jacob on Saturday.
I can't do that parlay. I can't do those parlays on BetOnline. The Bogdan KO, Pantoja sub. I can't do a parlay.
I think we're only like
props.
a year or two away from that all being legal here, and then we can do the other books and be good.
How about your fat ass? You owe me fucking, you dumbass.
What the fuck did I do? What could I possibly owe you?
Yeah, okay. What could I possibly owe you? Motherfucker.
I think I've won the last 3 bets that we've placed with each other,
Excuse me? You owe me $10.
For what?
Because I got a dumbass fucking bet here that says end of 2025, the heavyweight champion of the world is going to be Angelo Baudet.
Well,
and you didn't do shit about that. You didn't even try.
I lost $13 on it. So,
you didn't even try.
What do you mean? Look, I've been bulking up. Look at his neck. I'm getting.
You got the heavyweight champion of the world that can't even see, and you're not even trying to get a title shot. You could have put your name in there. They're looking for anybody at this point.
They will. If Waldo Cortez Acosta snuck right in.
If they said, "Hey, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we got you lined up. We're gonna put you against some random heavyweight. Could you make 265?"
Yeah, dude, I'm under 265 right now.
Get the fucking scale. No, get the fucking scale right now. I swear to God, get the fucking scale right now. You are not under 265.
I'm not going to get the scale. This is what we'll do. I'll take a picture. I'll tweet it. I promise.
Bullshit! I'm not falling for it. Get the fucking scale. I'm not falling for this shit. Let me take a picture of it.
Everybody's asleep with this. Dude, Josh is like.
Get on the scale.
Josh is like, dude, you're tall. You're like 6'4", which I'm not 6'4". He's like, you're tall. He's like, but you're 280. I'm like, I'm not fucking 280. He's like, you're 280.
This whole, I'm under 260. Bullshit.
Fully clothed, maybe I'm 260. Fully clothed after dinner with a heavy hoodie on, maybe 260.
You can take it off if you want. I don't give a fuck. Put it on. We'll give you a 5-pound allowance for all your fucking dumbass clothes. Get the fucking scale.
All right, entertain them. Let me mute myself. Fuck it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I muted you. Hold on, sorry. Let me mute me. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of the most iconic moments possibly ever in We Want Picks coming up here in just a few seconds here. The big question that everybody's been wondering, could Angelo make the heavyweight limit? His lips to God's ears was easily under 265. Put in the chat right now your predictions. If you're watching this on YouTube, put a comment below before we figure out what it is. What is your predictions? I'm going to say 273. And he's going to be like, I got 10 pounds of clothes on. We'll give him the 5 pounds. I'm going to say a good 273, 276. And if he shows up and he already knows what the number is, I'm going to be real pissed off. I bet he's in there weighing himself right now. And he might not ever show up. We might sit here for the end of time, but I'll tell you right now, we're not ending this stream until he comes back in this fucking room and he gets on that fucking scale. But if he's weighing himself right now to try to predetermine, trying to dial this thing up, what's taking so long? What's taking so long? Just grab the scale, come back. I think this guy is fucking with it. I think this guy is fucking fiddling with it, trying to figure out, let me jump on this. Let me zero it out where it's 20 pounds heavy. Is he trying to cut? He is cutting weight right now. Is this guy cutting weight? He's in there This guy's... I think he's puking in the fucking... thing. Look at this guy. Look, he's so... Did you wait? Be honest.
I thought was going to fucking happen.
What happened? No, did you weigh yourself or did you just grab it?
No, I grabbed it. It's pitch black. The fucking dogs start barking because I'm crazy. It's exactly what I thought was going to...
It's working.
Chaos.
Who gives a fuck?
Pure fucking chaos.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't
Is
know
it
how to
zeroed out
show
correctly?
You. It's not, yeah.
So get on it, stand on it, let it, and then pick it up and put it on the camera. Very easy.
Here we go.
So you got to do it quick, though. So you got to let it do it. Pick it up and show it right now.
Wait, hold on. It's broken. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was 1 foot. Yeah. Now come on, let's be serious about this. Let's be real. This is your health. Quit trying to just 1 foot it and just fucking put it up there. That's not the real. You 1 footed that.
I did not 1 foot. Do you think I'm 1 foot again. 268?
Yeah, I think you might be. Do it again and let's see if you get the same one. Step up there, both feet. You got two. I can tell your other foot's not even on there.
It's on.
Why are you doing a balancing act? You look like you're balancing.
I'm just standing on a fucking scale.
It should be the same every time.
It is.
It keeps going. It's 3 pounds heavier. What was it? Do it for real. Is it 276? What the hell was it? Holy shit, this is worse than I thought. What is it for real? Oh my God. We're not making 265.
No, it's this is the real number.
Yo, bullshit. Bullshit.
I'll do it again.
Why would it randomly do 271?
Because I was purposely trying to like lean on it to make it a crazy number. That was the real number.
God, man.
Wait, hold on. There we go. Come on.
You are like leaning weird. It's very weird the way you're doing it.
It's on a carpet. 271.
Carpet? Then put it. No, what are you doing? Of course, go back to the wood. What are you doing? Weighing yourself on carpet? Come on. God. And I'm the retard. Oh, he's proud of it now. Okay, we'll take 268. You didn't.
You
You're
saw
not
both
going
my
to make.
feet.
Yeah, you're not going to make the 265.
Of course I'll make it. First of all, you just
course
gave me
you're
5
not.
pounds for my clothes.
You're going to be 275 by next week.
You just gave me 5 pounds for my clothes, and it's nighttime. I ate dinner, and this is, I mean, well, I guess I already did the weight
Yeah,
for the
but you're
clothes.
dehydrated because you're a half bottle of vodka deep.
I drank this whole thing. You should have seen my dinner, too.
What do we think, Chap? What's his
You
actual
should have seen
weight?
my dinner. Look.
I don't know.
Look at that. It's not even. That's not even the shirt.
I should have got 50% of your fucking purse when we fought.
All right, I gotta go. I'm out of breath. 268. The shorts are 2X, not 4X.
Didn't see the bulge.
There was this dad that like went in the room and yelled at this kid. And as he's yelled at the kid is like, no bulge is crazy. Because the dad had like his shorts hiked up. And the kid was like, no bulge is crazy. The dad just could not help himself but laugh and then leave the room. So, yeah. I'm not winded, you Muppet ass clown. All right. Let's shut it down. I got to do chapters. The Tooth Fairy has to go to my daughters. We got to move the elf on the shelf. There's a lot of shit to do. Any last words?
Yeah, I just want to really kind of talk about.
Thank God. We'll see you guys. Thanks for being here.